that said rate dead ringer, and my dumbass brain was like, yeah, the name of the VN is rate dead ringer. No, it's telling me the link is for rating dead ringer. The fucking chat. My brain might actually be cooked. I might genuinely be becoming stupider as time goes on. Hey, the bonks aren't helping in that regard. The bonks are not... Okay, content warning. Gorgeous member, strong language, child abuse, body horror, homophobia, and violence. All right. You and everyone, Morph. That's fair. Annoying. That's the best word to describe it. Growing up, they teach you to pick the job you're passionate about. No matter what, you should find something you're good at and stick with it. Problem is, passion and proficiency mixed together like shit. I have to deal with people who've been pushed to the brink during the worst day of their lives, untangle their lies and solve their messes. All with a smile, or at least keeping my poker face intact. Sometimes I think I'd be happier as an accountant rather than a private eye. Then again, I'd be an awful money man. At least here I can run circles around any second-rate cop. I do like the design so far. So check this VN, and I think one of the makers of this made one of the vids that was a gateway free experience of mine. Hell yeah. It all circles back. Right, work, strange. It's already 10:30, so it must be one urgent night job. Let's see who died this time. You got Morgan. That's a pretty penny to pay out, but it would help knowing what the job is first. She's frazzled, clearly wealthy at the very least. Must have been a gruesome death, or maybe she watched the person die. We'll see. I understand. Wonderful. So my reputation precedes me. Mm-hmm. Right. Cops haven't been called yet. Fantastic. Keep it that way. That's... That's some advice. Listen, I'm not like a, you know, if there's one thing that cops are good at is at least clearing an area. I'll be there soon. Goodbye. So I'm like, I guess to be fair, like, depending on where this is, if this is like in a private like setting, then yeah, that's a little more reasonable. They still have less people in my way. Should take some coffee with me, as it seems like this one's going to take quite the while. I'll add cream and sugar for a nice energy boost, and put it in this fancy disposable cup to keep it hot. There we go. Now, before I forget, I'll text my better half to not wait for me tonight. Looks like it's going to be a long night. Coffee acquired. Is it possum or something? I think so. The tail definitely gives possum, or like some, like maybe rat. Their ears, like the muzzle's not rat. So I think possum. This address is pretty far out from the city. It'd take a local police at least 25 minutes to get out here. Can't forget the time between the gate and the front door. The miracle worker finally graces us with his presence. Please, tell me you can finish this quickly so my hired help can be penciled in for Pennsylvania's finest electric chair. What? Jesus. Okay, I'm already kind of loving the, like... Because it is very noir-esque. And the visuals definitely fit that. Meredith Eloise. She's a successful pharmaceutical rep who likes to tout her connections with several private events she hosts all throughout the year. She's also known for being a pretty effective fixer in the medical field. Quite the woman to have as a client. She's got power, money, and a reputation she'd kill to uphold. I just hope she isn't trying to get me to cover up an alleged act of passion. She clearly has had a decent bit to drink, and she's probably got sharper wits than I do right now. Well, say something. I hired a detective, not a professional people watcher. People watching? Oh, what the girl. People watching is part of the job description, man. Apologies, I was preoccupied with the blood stain. Did you... Kill them? God, no. They have my money. My connections. I could never even think of it. Was going to say touch the bodies. Oh, then yes. It was a unique sight to take in. Thinking may have gone out the window until I called you in. Girl, girl, what the fuck? That, yeah. Nope, not a fan. Gotta say, not a fan already of her. Defensive, whether it's the murder or something else, there's something she's worried about. Right, you mentioned something about hired help. I'd like to meet everyone who was here during the incident. Yes, of course. They're right inside. Nice place. Hello? Chad, I found two characters to be very normal about. You can't see him off to the right. Oh no, he's hot. Well, come on in, Brick. Let have you, sweet feed. Listen, I'm not, you know, I'm normal. I'm very normal. I'm very normal about this Birdman. He's very nice. He's very attractive. I'm very normal about him. Please don't let him be the murderer. I'll be like slightly displeased. Oh yeah, the Birdman, and you can't see him yet, but there is another handsome man. I definitely have seen art of this character, so I guess now it's nice to know where it came from. Nice place. Looks to be 3 stories outside, so either access to the 3rd floor is past the foyer, or there's an attic with an entrance through a different room. There we go. I'm also the 2 things I'm very normal about: birds and cetaceans, and big men. Actually, that's 3 things. You know, I 10 out of 10. Love both of them. There's 2 other people excluding myself and Meredith. Did they send any potential suspects home? Evening, all. I'm assuming that this is like some kind of doctor. Evening, all. Is this everyone? Or is someone missing? Even after all this, you refuse to call the police. You're impossible. This must be the hired help Meredith was referring to. I believe she said his name was Richard Torres over the phone. He seems less than pleasant, but given the situation, I wouldn't expect anyone to be cheery. Even now, he looks well kept, and he has some level of self-control. His contempt is apparent, but he's not indulging in it. Hold up, let me... There we go. I need to bump the volume up just a bit. Because part of me is... Wait, voice volume? Hold up, I just noticed that setting. I'd have to agree with Mr. Torres. Weird or not, there are 8 people dead. Wait, 8 people?! The fuck you mean 8 people? How did... Excuse me, 8? What could possibly have happened to have that high of a body count? My man is blitzed out of his goddamn gourd. Voice volume is definitely in Ren'Py, whether or not the voiceover files are used or not. Okay, that makes sense. Look at this man. This man's brain is fucking cooked. I'm anticipating a Final Destination situation if 8 died. 7 dead and 1 missing, actually. Oh no, that was Orca Man. Presumed dead. It's not like he'd have any reason to continue hiding. I play way too many VNs. Fair enough. Oh, this is ridiculous. He's hiding because he killed all those people. It's either him or Richard who's out to get me. Forgive me, but I am not the one out to get you. Oh, that's rich, Meredith. People were killed. I don't think we should be arguing like this. We should be calling the actual police, not some random freelancer. Oh, that's absolutely laughable. You're just some insignificant little whelp having his 15 minutes of fame. Do you really think I, Meredith Eloise, would invite an ant like Alexander Florence to my midnight dinner as an equal? You're fleeting entertainment at best, so act like it. Alexander Florence. Could have sworn I heard that name on the news before, but I'm drawing a blank. We'll have to inquire some more about him later. He seems nice enough, but what would possess him to wear nitrile gloves at a party? That is a bit suspicious. Ahem. I may not be local law enforcement, but I'll get you the same result. The killer or killers will be found and brought to justice. Now, if y'all would be so kind, I'd like to garner a few testimonies of the evening from you all. After which, I'd like to see the crime scene. Is that acceptable? If I'm going to solve this tonight, I have to keep them from tearing each other's throats out. Fine. Since you're already here, we might as well make use of you. Well, fine. If everyone else agrees, there's no use arguing. Wonderful. I ask that while I'm interviewing one of you, the other two wait outside. Let's get this underway. Oh, I get to choose which one I interview first. Okay, but I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Yeah, I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose like boobing breastily Birdman. How can I help, Detective Morgan? Right? Oh, hey, this is a fun way to do it. What are his drink opinions? Let's ask that first. Coffee or tea? Juice. I'm a butterfly who likes sugar. Must be past this child's bedtime. He can't seriously disregard both options for juice. About Alexander. Tell me about yourself. Who is Alexander Florence? Well, I'm a nurse practitioner. I take care of patients at the behest of their assigned doctor. I basically act as the hands of the practicing physicians. You spend the most time with the patients. I'm only here because I saved a patient who was having a stroke while their hospital doctor was out on a golfing retreat, skipping their rounds for 3 days. Leo Jackson was his name. He's both a physician and a psychiatrist, so he still takes on some hospital work. Was it particularly unique that he wasn't there? Doctors have to do daily rounds with patients admitted to the hospital, or at the very least find someone to cover their shifts. The hospital didn't assign this patient a replacement physician, and nurses can't do much without a doctor's order. I technically acted out of line when I took charge, but he had a stroke and needed to be saved. I'm just lucky I was caught on camera and covered. It saved my job. But you would have done the same even if you would have been fired? I'd rather be jobless with a clean conscience than to keep my employment and lose my mind. So yes, even if it meant the end of my time at the hospital, I would have done it. Except now I'm surrounded by big dogs and they're all so much more experienced than I am. You mean everyone here at the party? Yeah, it's intimidating. This entire party is full of fucking doctors? How are there 8 dead people? This is the world's worst fucking game of the world's worst game of ultimate vampire, like ultimate werewolf. Fucking oops, all doctors, they all died anyway. Could you tell me a bit about what happened tonight, just to get some perspective? Right, you would need that. I arrived at the venue and I'm not sure if it's the place. I'm not sure if it's the place because the gate is so far from the house itself. Just doesn't feel right, you know? I get a bit turned around, end up wasting time making sure it's really the place, and wind up there basically last. I'm behind one of the doctors we work with, Dr. Edwards, Brooke Edwards. They take our phones for some security reason, and we're let inside. Everyone's a decent bit older than me, well, excluding Felix. Tell me about this Felix fellow. Felix McCain. He's the other butler that was on site along with Richard. He seemed nice enough. We talked and got to know each other. But yes, they took our phones and... Rewind, your phones were taken? Nobody had phones on them? No. Nobody was allowed to keep their phones on them. The butler, Richard, put them in a box and stored them somewhere. I'll have to add checking out those phones to my to-do list. What was next? They took our phones, dining room, charcuterie. Felix, yes. Felix then asks if he could show me some of the paintings upstairs in the guest room, so he takes me there. We talk, and then we go back downstairs to the party. As we're leaving, I notice that Richard was upstairs too, talking with Miss Eloise, but I don't think he noticed us. Something more definitely happened with Felix and Alexander, but I don't have anything to go off with that yet. I'm more interested in... Can you recall what the tone was like between Meredith and Richard? That's actually, that's a good point. Like, that's the kind of stuff where it's like, people will easily remember it, and it is like you know, like that's the kind of like question that I reasonably would make sense for someone like this to ask, who's like an investigator, but that I just wouldn't think of. Because like tone and body language is definitely something like you can get across, even if it's you know, even if it's like they don't hear specific words. It seemed like they were trying to yell softly, whisper yelling, but I didn't catch more than that. I don't consider myself a nosy person. I wasn't going to start there. Anyways, I returned to the party and eat some food, but something doesn't agree with me. Maybe it was the oysters. Maybe it was the talk about ending this worker rights travesty, I don't know. So I head to the bathroom. While I'm there, the lights go out, and I can still hear everyone calling for help. Hey, why does this bird have teeth? This bird has teeth. I don't like how the bird, they give the bird teeth. I can still hear everyone calling for help. The sounds of tables being knocked over. The muffled panic just beyond the back wall of the back room I'm in. It's teeth-rific. You've never heard the phrase bird tooth grin? I actually haven't. I don't know if you're fucking with me or if that's an actual like phrase. Was there anything strange that you noticed during the blackout? Anything at all? Something that sticks out during all the chaos? I don't think so. It was so... Ah! Here we go. You just need a little nudge. Oh, I'm absolutely fucking with you. Fair enough. A light under the bathroom door. It was blue, like a phone screen, I'm pretty sure. Phone screen. I need to make sure who had a phone during the blackout. Bird spotted. Welcome on Ego Jalapeno. Yes, it is. This is excellent bird spotting hour because look at that bird. Look at that bird. It's a good bird. It's a good bird. 10 out of 10. I just froze. Something in the back of my mind was telling me that if I moved a muscle, it would be the end for me too. Even after the lights came back on, I couldn't budge. Not until I heard Richard's voice and Miss Eloise screaming. But he has teeth? He does have teeth. Thank you. I didn't really want to see them again, but they're there now. They are on the screen. I left the bathroom only after Richard found me. That's when I saw everyone else dead. I guess to be fair, certain birds do have teeth, but I think that this is supposed to be a hawk. Like this is a hawk, and I don't think those have teeth. Because penguin have teeth, and penguin teeth are fucking horrifying. Welcome on, Nakabor. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. After that, I don't think I could really do or say much until you arrived. I'm still kind of, I don't know, hawk to what? Welcome on, Cornflake Girl. Thanks for getting caught by my auto mod. Birdman looks silly and cute, though. I would date this Birdman, 100%. Even if he committed the murder.
Where the rats? He just has veneers.
That is the worst fucking thing you could have. I hate that thought so much. Bird veneers sucks. It sucks a lot. I'm in disbelief. They're all dead, aren't they? It's not the same as losing a patient. You're prepared for that possibility, not this. The concept of murder weighs more heavily on him than it does for me. I don't know what that says about me. You can't do anything as a profession without like getting a little bit detached from it, to be fair. No phone. You didn't have a phone, right? Not during the party. Those are the rules here, I guess. Did you have access to the landlines in the house? I believe I saw one, yes, and I suppose I could have called. Was there an explicit reason you didn't call the police? Miss Eloise. I was out of sorts when things started going south and she was the host after all. Both she and Richard seemed so much more capable at handling a situation like this. I barely knew the victims, barely knew this part of town. I just found myself standing on the sidelines, relying on the two of them to handle it. That actually is a entirely reasonable defense. Makes sense, I suppose. More. Tell me your thoughts on Richard. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a hitman. Could be a Lane's Pawn type. Maybe he's an ex-secret agent that works for an affluent drug rep because she's got some dirt on the CIA. I don't seriously think that. He just seems mysterious. Fuck. Oh no, he's also a huge dork. I'm very normal about this Birdman. He's like clearly like super, you know, conscientiously inclined and also a huge dork. Right. Do you think he's capable of committing murder? I'd have a hard time believing anyone would be. It's not something I like to think about. What about Eloise? What do you think of Meredith? Intimidating. I can't even say her first name without feeling an icy hand on my shoulder. What's up, Crisp?
Where the rats?
Now introducing from Starky Labs TM, biomorphic bird veneers. Benefits include things such as teeth, biting and chewing.
Okay, I had a fucking talk with this about, like, with one of my friends. They're like, you're a bird, you don't have teeth. And I'm like, motherfucker, birds can still bite. The beak is basically one giant set of teeth. Like, they got 2 teeth already. See, cute hawk, falcon, bird of prey man. I mean, to be fair, the chewing thing is a little bit more like that's a little bit more specific. Although, like, birds usually have like a gizzard for grinding down food. She has this aura around her, and I can easily understand how the local medical field revolves around her. They have a what now? It's called a gizzard. Yeah, like, you wait, because it, like, you know, if you go like get a turkey, like, they'll have like what are called giblets, which are like little, you know, that's what gizzards are for. Yeah, they're basically like the equivalent of teeth. They grind down the things that they eat. Yeah, and then, like, you know, so this that way they don't choke on it. Birds used to have teeth before the beak came in fully. Also, the boob shining on him is something. You gotta really accentuate the pecs. I'm 100% for it. I'm very, like I said, when this bird first came on stream, I'm very normal about him. I'm very normal. Like, there is zero, you know, 10 out of 10 peak character design. You really killed it. Bazubas. The under boobage is boobing. This man, breasting boo boy. So you admire her? Admire? I guess you could call it that if you squint hard enough. It's more like having a fear of an all-powerful god keeping you in line. Birds need strong pecs and arms to fly. Exactly. Although, like, this does bring up the question: wing hands? Are these wing hands or, like, About Alexander. Okay, we've asked him about that. Tonight's events. That's all we got for him for now. All right, let's get Meredith out of the way. What do you want to know, detective? Drink of choice. So, tell me. Coffee or tea? Starky would bury his face in those big pecs? Yes, I would. I would, and I say that unashamed. I've given up on the concept of being ashamed about the fact that big men are hot, and I find them hot, and they're attractive, and I love them, and I want one. I want a big man. Are you being... Look at her fucking expression change. Oh my god. Girly pop. Are you being serious right now? She's glaring at me. Wow, she's got quite a scary glare. Coffee, creamer, but no sugar. Oh, I'm similar, but a nice pinch of sugar gives a bit more of an energetic kick. Ask me actually relevant questions, please. If looks could kill. About you. Tell me about yourself. What makes Meredith Eloise tick? Is this truly necessary? I'm afraid it's standard procedure for a reason, ma'am. Building a mental profile of all parties in the scene is one of the most important things in an investigation. Knowing how everybody thinks, moves, and acts brings me one step closer to identifying the perpetrator. Honestly, I can see the Alexander the Butler fucking in the closet. I could also see that. Eloise is, you know what, low-key, this could have been the single best queer party, and we're just like, the butler and Alexander fucking in the closet, and Eloise is just going on a fucking hatchet spree. Honestly, I could see it. That's all well and good, but you make it sound like I'm a suspect. I haven't ruled out anyone yet. Even the most obviously innocent must be ruled out first. Though I'm fairly certain she'd hunt me for sport if she was sure she could get away with it. Fine. It's simply there's not much else to know outside of what you probably already heard. Humor me? Well, I've got one beautiful husband, 2 fine kids, and a majestic reputation.
Rats. We're the rats.
To those whom this may concern, remember to take your medicine.
Good point. Good point. Go take your meds. Grabs you, and folds you, and then it puts you next to your meds with a cup of water. Of course, my company sells the wondrous miracle drug Mirazone, but even that is only the second fiddle to my greater talents. I build connections with just about every prominent figure in the medical industry, every regulatory agency, and every politician that could ever think of proposing a bill of law. That is... Never mind. She's gone from girl boss to gatekeep. In that I'm gatekeeping her from being a girl boss. She's just kind of like, that's deeply problematic ways of doing things. I bring the most capable people together, foster the best partnerships, and when the time is right, solve problems. No one works here without my seal of approval, and no medical treatment goes to the market if I don't say so. All right. Could you tell me a bit about tonight? Where you were and what you were doing? Of course, dear. Where to begin? Tonight was the midnight dinner. We had invited 8 people, and by the time the party started, I had already sent away the caterers as well as my usual staff. I wanted to keep a light crew, as they don't typically behave themselves with guests. How so? Aside from Richard, my staff skews younger. It's one of my husband's little quirks, you see. Oh, that's, I don't like that. That's not a great quirk. That's not a quirk. That's just a crime. Welcome to the restaurant, right? Glad to have you, sweet bean. She does seem like the, oh, she, 100%. 100%. What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
Speaking of meds, did you know that now Tylenol aka acetaminophen aka paracetamol taken while pregnant causes autism?
Yep.
What's next? Breathing causes autism.
It kills me so much. Hey Stark, nice evening before work to see you, for sure. It kills me so much that apparently like animal vaccinations are down because people are afraid of giving their dogs autism. And I want to like point this out. How the fuck a dog got autism? How is a dog with autism different than just like okay, most autistic people I know like identify strongly with dogs because like, hey, they like not like, you know, they just kind of want to be close to people. They don't really like difficulty managing themselves, you know, some like emotional, like developmental issues. It's just even okay, cool. What's the like? That's just a dog. You like the actually saw before joining stream they're now trying to claim oh yeah, that's right, circumcision is now causes autism. Dog loses interest in squirrels and gains interest in trains. Okay, but that would be adorable. That would be so fucking cute. Like a little like a little dog with like a little like conductor outfit, just fucking just riding the train around. I would, you know what? I would get into a horrible, disastrous like 100 person life taking event with a dog conductor, which is worse fucking rabies that has 100% mortality rate or autism. Yeah. Rabies is fucking weird, man. Like how even is that still a thing? He likes hiring youngsters fresh out of high school or college age with the oldest. It's such a hassle. They don't have any manners. That is an accurate reaction. This face right here. See that face? This one. Yeah, there's 100% my reaction to finding this information. I saw someone point out how the circumstances that would lead to taking Tylenol raise the likelihood of someone being autistic. Yeah, because these people don't fucking understand how statistics work. Honestly, autism is better since it varies. I've gotten some people like this are just stupid and have no idea what autism. Oh, 100%. It's just the people who are who think whatever causes autism are the same people who think oh, what was the other dumb thing? Fuck. It's the same people who I had a thought that might be the hardest my brain has ever fucking blipped. It was in my head and it was just gone. I actually might have had a very small stroke, I won't lie. But no, it's just like bizarre, you know? Bird brain. But no, it's such a strange thing to be like, hey. Oh, I remember now. I was gonna say the same people who are like X causes autism are the same people who like hate the woke, where they don't really know what either thing means, but they know it's bad. They don't really understand what autism is. They don't really like woke has no like contiguous meaning. It just is like a word, but bad. It word bad, and like that's how their brain works. Always trying to network with my guests, hoping for a job offer or some other kind of insignificant breadcrumb. Hey, bitch, you fucking see this economy? Let us have this. Fuck you. I hate her. I hate her so much. Uh-huh. What about your husband? Wasn't he in attendance? Goodness, no! Welcome on Ocean. I'm glad to have you, sweet bean. Deal with it at work. While some people, specifically boomer employees, will do absolutely what they are told by the store manager, even if corporate just told us not to or be fired. Just do first and not think later or lack critical thinking skills. So I was going to tell, who was going to tell me there's a Hooters road trip game for PS1. I was supposed to find that out myself on on Pirate Please website. That's fucking wild, actually. I did not know about the Hooters road trip. To be fair, who was gonna tell me that this season had fucking Otome Luigi Mangione? Like this season in anime. It's just John Wick, but in an Otome game. My life is villainous John Wick. It is actually like a fucking season. It's actually an anime this season. I fucking love it. Also about to run a what anime? Otome is like it's kind of like a dating thing. It's hard to describe. But also, we're about to get hit by 1 minute or 3 minutes of ads. We realize every hour to turn off pre-rolls. People don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. I will actually briefly be using the restroom, and we will be pausing here. Not pausing, but like, you know, I'll be like yapping. So that way, you know, we can get through the ads in case anyone's like, you know, hanging out. But no, PS1 was a wild west era of shovelware. Yeah, there's an anime this season called hold up, what the fuck is it called real quick? Hold up. Something to the effect of like anime oh god, what is it? Did you say there's a Luigi Mangione Otome? No, it's not an Otome game. So you know the games that are like the anime that are basically inspired by Otome games. It's like reincarnated as a level 99 villainess or whatever. I can't wait for Campfire Cooking Season 2. We get to see more Fel. That's fair. Oh god. Yeah, I fell in love with the villainess anime this season. Here, let me see if I can find it real quick. Cause the first 2 episodes had me fucking howling. Oh, hey, we're getting more Spy X Family this season. Hold up, where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. May I ask you for one final thing? The female lead is just John Wick or Luigi Mangione of her world, and is clearly inspired by an Otome world. Like, she is the villain of the Otome story. Is like, that's basically how the anime fucking starts, and then she just kicks the shit out of a bunch of people, and it's really fucking funny. I highly recommend it, especially because it's getting simuldubbed, and the voice actors, the English voice actors of the anime, have such a spectacular job. Like, they do such a fucking good job with that anime. They're having so much fun the entire time. But no, I highly recommend that one. Trapped in an Ultimate Game, Life is Tough for Mobs is a solid series and really funny. That's the one where like it's the guy who 100%'s an Ultimate Game for his little sister fucking dies immediately after doing so and gets reincarnated as a random mob in that Ultimate Game. What kind of timeline are we in? That's a good question. I need to actually finish a couple of things from last season, namely Kaiju number 8 and what's the one? The not Whispers, Secrets of the Silent Witch? Something to that effect. Those were pretty good last season. But you know, the main character was blackmailed to complete. He was blackmailed to complete the Ultimate Game. That's really fucking funny. That makes it even funnier. Let's play Quest Darake no My Life. Oh, that's right. I think I've heard about the anime named Let's Play. I haven't heard much about it, but I'm looking at I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff. You know, I need to actually probably I don't want to fall too much into the anime-osphere, but soon I'll be something like I got reincarnated as a furry femboy and it low-key slaps. Cornflake Girl, I hate to be the bearer of news. I hate to be the bearer of this specific news, but there already is a furry isekai anime. I should say unlock this emote, unsure how. If you contributed to a hype train, you might have unlocked it. No way. Jesus. Okay, what is it? The plot of it is the main character is a wrestler who loves animals and gets reincarnated to help the humans in this new world defeat the beast folk. And he's like, nah, fuck that. I prefer them fluffy, and then joins the beast folk and immediately just fucking in Kemonomichi, that's it. Kemonomichi Rise Up. That's the name of it. Basically, his sister hid a shit ton of BL stuff in his room. His mom found out, and that is how he died. Oh my god. That's really fucking funny, actually. Okay. We are back from the ads, so also as I gift sub for a while for a streamer I don't know. It's a synth. Ooh. I mean, it's cute. Synths I think are adorable. Anyways, back to this expression. Goodness, no! That slouch is nothing more than arm candy, and you know how that goes. I'm afraid I don't, ma'am. Can you spell it out for me? Goodness, detective. You don't bring sugar unless you want to sweeten a deal. The fuck? Were you hoeing out your husband? Were you hoeing out your husband for political favors? Anyhow, there were 11 of us in total if you include my 2 employees and myself. The party started without much issue. I needed to talk to Mickey about his radio shows, so I took him upstairs to discuss privately. I do recommend reading the manga for Trapped in an Ultimate Game because the twist is funny. Hold up, by Mickey, do you mean Mickey Gordon, the nutrition guru? Mickey Gordon, that's right. He's a nutritionist who markets vitamin supplements for men. I couldn't remove the one Gladiator commercial from my head if I tried. Those tunics left very little to the imagination. I'm sorry, is he trying to sell you zinc? What the fuck? Yes, it was a private conversation, so I won't regale you with the details. Richard came up because I was needed downstairs, and I went back to the dining room. A nutritionist for men? Was what he needed particularly urgent? No. Why do you ask? Alex told me he saw you two having a tense discussion. Zinc with pineapple extract. Well, Alexander should have minded his own business. I had just been gone for the party for too long, and Richard was keeping track on time for me. He does his job, and he does it well. Now, where was I? Yes, I went back to the dining room and rejoined the party. Later, I needed to make a call, so I went into the adjoining kitchen, plugged in my phone as its battery had died, and then the blackout happened just as it gained enough power to turn on. That's when I heard it. Screaming, but I could tell it was in the other room. Sorry, it's difficult keeping myself composed. The pain they must have gone through. Her gaze is vacant, but not distant. If she's trying to hide her shock and horror, she's surprisingly effective at it. I guess it would make sense if she's a sales rep. Unfortunately for me, it means that it's ambiguous whether or not she's actually distressed. I'll have to look into that later. The lights came back on. I think that was Richard's doing. I checked the dining room and everyone in there was dead. I was told you also screamed? Well, yes. It was unbecoming, but I could scarcely control myself. To my knowledge, I could have been the last person alive there. Luckily for myself, that was not the case. What's up, Chris?
I like the fact that tomatoes were considered a toxic fruit because the rich ate them off Pewterware, limo.
I thought that... Wait, I actually didn't know that, but that is really fucking funny. Welcome on to Hyena Sid. Give it a shout for Hyena Sid. How you doing, you sweet Ian? After we reconvened together in the kitchen, I called you. And after you called, you all waited in the foyer? Yes. Yes, we did. Nerd. How you doing, though? Hopefully you're doing all right. We're currently trying a horror VN, which I'm interested to see where this is gonna go. How are you? I'm doing all right. You know, a bit of an oof day. Oh, the fucking other thing was like I woke up this morning and my fucking account was overdrawn because my student loan decided to process like a week early. So I got paid tomorrow. So that was like another thing where it's like, oh, today just fucking sucks, huh? I was trying to date everything. How was that? I've heard a lot of good things about it. So why me? Over the police, that is. You made the right decision, but not everyone would register that. What made you? Simple. If the headline is about the killer rather than a murder, rather than a murder in my dinner, it reflects better on me. You buy me time for my reputation to remain untarnished. And you use the phone you borrowed to call me, yes? Yes. In fact, I still have it on me. Is it necessary for the investigation? No, but I'll keep it in mind.
Rats, rats.
What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Because of the mild acidity of tomatoes, it leaches off the lead in the pewter
That actually
plates and
does
it
make
caused
sense.
lead poisoning log.
That's really funny. I admit it feels weird playing a dating game as it has me confused at times. Oh, yeah, because if you're not used to dating games, they can bring some weird stuff. Why does she have... Okay, oh yeah, what the fuck's... So what's this I hear about Richard and Felix's date with an electric chair? Right. I have reasonable suspicion that either of them would conspire to see my downfall. Downfall? If I wanted to ruin someone, I'd imagine that I would be a bit more direct than killing almost everyone but them. It's my reputation I value, not my life. The name Meredith Eloise is a brand detective, a symbol of power. History is meant to echo it with reverence. This massacre is a stain upon my good name. It's the desecration of my own altar. And if I can't handle this swiftly, I might as well have put a bullet in my head. The only difference is that this death is slow and agonizing. Ahem. I asked for your account. You don't need to swirl your wine glass around, clear your throat, and not drink from it for dramatic effect. Starky's a low voltage electric chair just called a stemming chair. Boy, my brain almost put together a bunch of pieces to make the most fucking out-of-pocket comment. Boy, I'm so glad the fucking brain filters are still in place enough to catch that one. Ah, detective, those who died, those poor souls strewn on my foyer. Perhaps they were fortunate ones tonight. There will be no more worries for them. Their families, I am sure, have the means to give them lavish funerals they deserve. But to me, I will have to endure this attack against my honor. I would have to bear this pain, detective, this horrible grief. Okay, ma'am, but let's return to Felix and Richard. What motive do they have? They're heathens, dissatisfied with their wages and contract. Richard also thinks I slighted him over a personal matter. A personal matter? Care to elaborate? No. A shitty boss is a justification for one body, but 7 or 8? That wouldn't track. If I'm to suspect Richard, I'd need something stronger. Same with Miss Eloise. So, tell me what you think about Alexander. A child in a gentleman's club. Excuse me? We're adults and he's barely out of college. He's only here because he was filmed doing his job in front of a camera, so I have to begrudgingly make nice with the infant in scrubs. I hate her. The only admirable thing about him is that he clearly cares about his caring for patients. Well, that's what the job is about, right? It's one part, yes. Richard Torres, first word that comes to your mind. Smart. Okay, now the rest of the words. Uh-huh. He's smart. I've kept him on for years because he's a good leader. He keeps the house clean. He can fill in for the chef if need be. He's also a crafty wretch who wants my empire to burn. Understood. Missing person. Tell me about the other employee of yours. Felix, was it? Like, this background music, though, gives me grocery store shopping in 2003. It really does. It very much gives me the kind of thing you would hear in, like, maybe like a grocery store. Like if you're, like, you know, like, in a mall after hours or, like, late in the evening, they'd probably put this on. I would have fired him if only that didn't involve severance pay. I've been telling my contacts in the Senate that he simply must do away with this workers' rights travesty, but I'm afraid they're too afraid of backlash, and that left me shackled to that rat Felix. He's a worthless do-nothing who only wants to smoke the devil's lettuce and spreads his malaise to my other workers. The MC's face. Yeah, he's doing his best. He has to keep a straight face while talking to fucking this. And the worst part is that he does exactly the bare minimum. He skirts around doing illicit drugs on the clock, which I know he does. I just can't prove it yet. He's a slithering snake out to make my life worse. He's probably off somewhere completely unaware of what has happened tonight. Do not like, all right, hello. What do you need from me? Coffee or tea? Black tea with milk. Anything less would be an affront to my taste buds. Tell me about yourself. What makes Richard Torres tick? I am the head caretaker of Meredith Eloise's residence. I help with cooking, cleaning, and managerial work for any events Meredith hosts. I have a husband, no children, and a stable job position. Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. No. Listen, all I'm saying is, if you know, invite me to the threesome, damn it. Just gives up on subtlety. Immediately is just like, it's the fucking energy from of that one guy from the Boondocks. Chris Handsome, as I call you. Now let me tell you this. I like you. I want you. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Is it confirmed that he and Alexander be fucking the closet? That'd be really fucking funny. Satisfied? No, but I get that you don't want to answer this question in earnest. Tonight's events. Tell me about what happened tonight. Cool-looking guy, though my mood on Orcus has soured a bit, sadly. I'm sorry to hear that. That's, you know, especially when you identify so strongly with the species and then have it like kind of soured by shitty people. Interesting orca design. I love the like monocle and the like curly Q mustache on the orca. Of course. Before the party, I worked with the caterers to prepare the food. I received a call from my husband, who is one of the victims in this. What? Never mind. Forget the joke I made earlier. I don't. The goalie is dead, but I'm not trying to score now. That's just bury the gaze. That is literally, that's fucking 3 lines between, yes, I'm gay. Also, the other gay is dead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to touch the wound. How are you this fucking chill about, motherfucker, your husband is dead. I received a call from my husband, who was one of the victims in this. He went to RSVP late, but knew to call me since technically the registration period had passed. Your husband, I'm deeply sorry for your loss. I can't imagine what you must be going through right now. My feelings are of little consequence. What's important is that the killer is caught. Now then, from where I left off. I, of course, foresaw this and RSVP'd for him, so the call was meaningless. When the party started, I took everyone's phones in order to restrict any photography at the event. Everyone's phones were taken away. Did you and Meredith have yours? When on the premises, I rely solely on the landlines in the house, and Meredith partakes in the same restriction to be fair to the other guests. Oh no, it's okay, slowly resolving that, just a bit of dumb drama. Fair enough. As the party begins, I remain in the foyer to prevent people from wandering upstairs without proper supervision. After the party started, Meredith goes up with a business associate to discuss a private matter. I spoke with Meredith. The associate was Mickey Gordon. Oh, I spoke with Meredith. The associate was Mickey Gordon, yes? Yes, that is correct. Can you tell me more about him? I refuse. Why are you so tight-lipped about this Mickey fellow? There has to be something going on with him. Soon after, the lights in the foyer flicker. Knowing the cause, I head into the kitchen and find that my subordinate, Felix McCain, is charging his phone in the faulty outlet. It's located next to the stove in the kitchen and tends to trigger the circuit breaker. I unplug it, return his phone to him, and give him a lengthy lecture about this fact I'm telling you now, and then head back into the kitchen to serve the next round of appetizers. Once I return to the dining room, Felix is gone, so I'm left to do this myself, after which I return to my post in the foyer. Then, once I realize that Meredith is still upstairs, I go up to gently remind her that she has a party to run. Was the discussion particularly heated? Of course not. It was brief, and she headed downstairs shortly after. So it wasn't an argument. No, I can't possibly imagine what could give you that impression. They were definitely fighting about something, but I don't exactly have anything that can tell me what it was about. After Meredith returns to the party and I to my post, I have a discussion with my partner. It's brief and he returns to the party. Are you going to tell me what it was about? No. Okay, but I do love that shit-eating grin. I love it so goddamn much. That's the smarmiest look I've ever I love him. Good, that god, this shitty. It's absolutely the most like, no. The power goes out soon after, and I swiftly head outside to manually reset the circuit breaker. It requires a key to open and is on the outside of the house. Once the power comes back on, I head back inside. Orca was talking dirty to his partner. Okay, so it might not have been, you know, it might not have been him fucking with fucking Richard in the closet. He might have been fucking someone else in the closet. How did you see in the dark? Why is he looking at me like no, what? God, why did you flash me with that? Mini flashlight. I keep it on me at all times. I tend to avoid the blue light ones. I consider myself particularly red on these sorts of subjects, and I heard that bluer lights cause eye strain. Again with a shit-eating grin. God damn it. What? Either him or Richard is the murderer, because it's too fucking obvious that Eloise would be the murderer. So don't worry, I doubt a little flash harmed you in any meaningful way. You can't just flash someone and tell them to man up. What is it with this guy? Anyhow, soon after the lights came back on, I heard Meredith scream, so I rushed to her aid and found the pile of dead bodies in the dining room. He would mistreat you in bed and you would like it? Oh, 100%. Richard is the butler. It's like Richard and Alexander probably weren't the ones fucking, but Richard might have still have been fucking. After that, I ascertained Alexander's location while looking for the two potential survivors. He was a short distance away in the nearby bathroom. In that time, Meredith made the call, which we later learned was to you, and now we're here. So you left Meredith alone. How did she look? She had blood on her dress and looked as if she had just seen 7 corpses in the dining room. Continue the story. So what do you think of Meredith? She's my boss. And she's my boss. A consummate professional, I respect it. So what do you think of the juice drinker over there? Infant. Just infant? Infant. Oh, excuse me. Why the fuck did he get fucking... My man's backlit now. Hello? He's about to summon his stand to kill Alexander. So your subordinate Felix is missing. Yes. Do you know where he could have gone? Not particularly. Whenever he skips out on work, he knows just where to hide. I no longer waste my energy looking for him. All right. I think I have all the information I need from everyone. Could you show me where the phones are kept? Of course. I'll take you to the storage room and leave you to your work. You need to start knocking out possibilities now that I have a vague picture of the evening. First one on the list would be knowing the phones were out of play. If someone was smuggling their phone around, it would complicate the picture of the evening. Boxes. More boxes. Boxes everywhere. The storage room is a complete maze. I know Richard said they'd be in the back when we were coming up here, but how am I supposed to get to the back with how this place is set up? I thought I might be able to check out the attic if I could find a path from here, but this place is so cluttered that that'd take forever to find. The stairs up might not even be here. My poor curiosity is going to die in this affront to organization. Wait, is this the back wall of the room? Yes, I think it is. Let's see. Ah, yes, here's the phone box. At least the investigation will live to see another day. Let's open it up and... Huh? 3 phones. There are only 3 phones in here. Okay, this has to be a possum. The first one is small and sleek. It's obviously a newer model and an expensive one at that. I imagine it probably belongs to either Meredith or one of the other affluent guests, and the other is a simpler model from a few years ago. At least I think so. I feel like I've seen it before at the very least. It's very modest. Then there's this third big phone. It looks to be some sort of landline, but it's been disconnected and tossed in this box haphazardly. Strange. You'd think they would have put this in here as a gag, as I can't imagine this was actually someone's phone. I guess it could... Ring ring! Suddenly to the detective's surprise, the phone begins ring ring ringing! This doesn't make any sense. This is a landline phone. What is this thing supposed to be connected to? Naturally, Maxwell's first instinct is pick up the phone. Call it a detective's curiosity. The phone shouldn't have been able to ring, so he wanted to see what the trick was. But as soon as he picks it up... Necronomic... What the fuck? Please stay on the line and do not turn around while we transfer your call. This call may be monitored for quality assurance. The phone chimes with a robotic yet cheery tune. His mortal mind may not quite comprehend it, but he's opened up a door he won't so easily close. Before the detective can think of dropping the phone, its cord springs to life and wraps around Maxwell's arm. It slips around his sleeve, spirals up around his forearm, and digs into Maxwell's arm as if it were a needle. It's stinging sensation at first, but then it becomes white-hot, burning away in a flash into a cold wave of numbness. It's as if his arm is frozen, disconnected. Shit. I gotta get this thing off of me. It was so obviously paranormal, and I was dumb enough to fall face first into it. It's practically fused to my arm. Motherfucker, is this not the first time you've seen something like this? This isn't Maxwell Morgan's first rodeo. As a detective, he's dealt with the odd vengeful ghost here and there. The world is filled with many such supernatural creatures right under everyone's noses. It's not uncommon to go your whole life without encountering the paranormal. But to those cursed with the truth, they find themselves being pulled back into brushes against it again and again. I've got to call someone. Let's just see. gotta be kidding me. What do you mean there's no signal in here? Gotta get out of here. I have to... Maxwell stops. I need to leave, but there's something behind me. I can't bring myself to turn around, much less move. I know there's no draft in here, but there's a cold breeze brushing up the back of my neck. My hands are clamming up as if my whole body would rather shut down than move. But something is prodding at me. In the back of my mind, I can feel it tugging at me. It's daring me to try, to really test to see if I can't move. Maybe it'll be easy to move, but what then? There's something I shouldn't see. It could... Maxwell can't continue his thought. He doesn't want to consciously finish the thought. To him, thinking it's a possibility is tantamount to making it real. It would be a consequence that's on the table. After all, mortals are frail. He knows not to toy with the forces he does not yet understand. It's the quickest way to the grave. Congratulations, you, Maxwell Michael Morgan. They really... Your mother really dedicated 2 M names to you? Motherfucker, your initials are... What the fuck do you mean? I didn't realize I was talking to a microwave. Our 100th customer. We will now connect you to our first available representative. Wow, 2 customers in one night. I must be the luckiest demon on the face of the earth. The cord squeezes around Maxwell's arm. His muscles twitch and his fingers writhe and wriggle in seemingly random directions. The points where the cord dug into his body squelches, but the detective can't even feel the pain he'd expect from it. It's as if his arm is not his own. He can't pull the phone down. A demon. This is the worst possible explanation I could get for what happened here tonight. If some unnatural monstrosity is at the root of this, then it'll be impossible to prove this case in court, much less get everyone through the night now that it's attached to my arm. I need to find a way to deal with this thing and do it quickly. Who are you? What do you mean by customer? Who am I? Who is anyone? My true name is unintelligible to mortals to the point that you'd probably bleed from your ears, pass out and puke oysters if I tried telling you. So then, what am I supposed to call you? Patience, patience. Anyhow, it's a complex question for sure, but for you, I'll grace you with at least the basic pleasantries. You can refer to me as the Necronomicon, Necronomophone, or if we become good friends, you can call me Necro. Okay, Necronomicon, what do you mean by customer, and who was the last customer you had tonight? You did mention that. Simple. You are a customer. By answering the phone, you've initiated a non-refundable, irrevocable, transplanter, one-sided, and non-consensual contract with me. You give me a wish, and I assist you in granting it with my patented underworld assistance. As to your other question, don't worry about it. After all, a demon doesn't pact and tell. I highly doubt you'd keep that card close to your chest if you thought the knowledge would be unimportant to me. He either knows who I am, or at the very least what I'm here to do. Well, if you obey my wishes, then I'll ask you to dislodge yourself from me pronto and end this process. Request denied. As per the vibes of the contract... We're fucking vibe contracting now? Hello? As per the vibes of the contract, I hold the right to refuse any request that defeats the purpose of this call. After all, you're making a deal with a demon. You're supposed to ask for someone's blood and have it come at a great personal cost, or wish for something grandiose and lose yourself in the process. Come on, play the game. You can play games in good faith, right? You have just said that I'm meant to lose myself in the process. I'm not catching any good faith vibes coming from you. Sir, I'm a demon, and faith is for mortals. Not having beliefs, morals, and attachments is part of the package. Now let's drop the charade and get to the bloodbath. I'm not exactly a vengeful person. My life is fine as it is, and all I need right now is to solve this murder and missing persons case. You know, I used to be a book. I had this mystical air about myself with some bloke's skin face for my cover. But people used to be intimidated by books, you know that? Because of the skinned face? No! It's because I was extra thick and full of terms of use and antisocial guidelines. Also, people were illiterate. But nowadays, everybody has a phone. They're quickly becoming extensions of the human soul itself. Can you imagine it? You can talk to anyone with a phone at any time. You can call them, text them, or take pictures with them on these tasty little metallic bricks of wonder. They literally said, what if phone bad, but literally. People don't need phones, but once they have them in their lives, they become impossible to remove. Look, what I'm trying to tell you is that necessity is relative. You don't feel like making a wish right now, but everyone can change. I'm sure you can develop a new need. I recommend a taste for blood. Mortals love blood. They just need a reason. Love, money, hate, desperation, envy, or maybe a special combination? I could go on and on. I have all night, too. I'm not the one who will die if he hangs up anyhow. You forced me into this process without my foreknowledge, and now you're telling me I'll die if I do not take this shit deal you thrust upon me? Yes! Here, let me help. I'll give you some easy options to choose from. Money, fame, love. Don't be modest. Fine, end all wars. It's vague, but it can't possibly do anything that broad in scope. A little philanthropic for my taste, but I can make it work. Thank you. Your patronage is always appreciated. Please wait while your request is processed. Detective Agency, 9 a.m. All things considered, that case was much easier than I thought it'd be. It's astonishing I was able to figure out the murder was committed by Redacted simply through a slip of the tongue. I guess a good cold read saves so much more time compared to actual investigation. I'm just glad I don't have to prove it in court, and it's just like Ma used to say, the real case was the clues we found along the way. Now then, let's see what's on the news. Today's news, hold on, we're getting a special briefing. It seems as though nuclear Armageddon is upon us, folks! Every major world power has unleashed the full brunt of their nuclear arsenal upon each other, and it's only a matter of hours before the bombs drop and we're plunged in a nuclear winter. Go home to your wives and husbands and kids, tell them you love them, it's been an honor being a newscaster. I hate demons. Yeah, no, that would be an awful idea. Really shouldn't test the powers of something I don't understand. Literally anything else. I thought through your suggestions, my own ideas, and any other loophole I could possibly try, and by the end I think I know what I need. Oh? Something scandalous and bloody, I hope. I need to cover my bases in case he's actually incredibly powerful. If I can limit what he can do, I might just be able to manage him. It's simple. Help me solve this case and let me be specific. Assist me in solving it, but don't do my job for me. I don't care how powerful you are, we're doing this the old-fashioned way. Investigation, interrogation, and deduction. No killing, no irreversible curses, nothing you do can cause irreparable harm. Okay? You think you're real smart, don't you? Why should I agree to something so limiting? Because I'll add a stipulation. If we can't solve it, you'll be freed from your blocky metal coil to cause mischief on this unsuspecting world. As long as you don't impede the investigation and help me when I ask, this condition will hold. Sounds like a good deal for the both of us, yes? I'm putting a lot of stock in this current case, but with what's probably the murder weapon on hand, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out who had this phone before I did. Let me rephrase what I just said. You are smart, you know what? It's a deal. You will receive my assistance for this investigation, but if you cannot solve the case before come sunrise, the contract between us will become null and void, releasing me from my immortal binds. Thank you. Your patronage is always appreciated. Please wait while your request is processed. A circle traces itself around Maxwell Morgan's shoes. It glows a bright green, whilst the lights above the detective flicker that same otherworldly light. Inside the circle itself, a sigil begins to form. Lines dance in different directions and compile into a complex arcane formation. Then, once it stops, 7 flames circle around Maxwell, which spiral into the air and then scatter in different directions. They slip through the bounds of the storage room, spreading out around the house. Fancy special effects. Oh, what was that exactly? Simple. I summoned the spirits of the people I killed. So did he just fucking admit it? Did Necronomicon just admit that he killed these people? Well, the ones I killed under orders. All my spells and functions come with conditions, exceptions, twists, and so on. There's no satisfaction with a hand wave and a wish fulfilled. Spirits of the dead, huh? He also basically confessed to the fact that his last customer was the one who ordered him to kill everyone. Actually, if I could get their testimonies, I could form a more accurate picture of the evening, even past my normal snooping. Ghost words won't fly in court, but I can figure out how to make it stick. You know, like demon magic would fly in court either. Not in this district, at least. Fine. Thank you. I have to check with the crime scene, so if you could detach from my arm, that'd be appreciated. There's no need. Watch this. Oh, he's gone. That's a pretty convenient ability. Isn't it? Now I can talk to you without anyone hearing me. Can't read your thoughts, though. You'll still have to speak to me and sound like a crazy person. Now, tally-ho! You got a time to beat, mortal. I'm rooting for you. This guy is way too chipper about this whole thing, but I guess there's no worrying about it now. I still have my head, and now I have to use it. I should note everything down I found particularly important. I'll take the other 2 phones as well. Should come in handy when I'm interrogating. It's been so soon, you already want my help? I literally just woke up, so I bet you know more than me. If you want my advice, use a leg and leave this room. Oh, okay. So one thing I definitely did notice, there was a specific discussion. Alexander's account, he was in the bathroom during the blackout. He also saw a light under the gap in the bathroom door, and the light Alexander mentions is specifically a blue light. Welcome on in, Moonbear. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. But the mini flashlight that Richard was using very specifically was one that excluded blue lights. So I think that there's probably... Okay. Foyer. The murder scene is in the dining room, but first I need to speak with Richard. Richard, you waited for me? Of course. If you were to run into trouble, it would be prudent for me to be within earshot. You have a good point. Now then, was there something you needed? Missing phones. Most of the phones were missing from the box. Did you not collect everyone's phones? This is quite embarrassing, I have to admit. Every year I confiscate the phones and try to hide them in a new place. But the guests always seem to find where they're hidden, no matter how creative the hiding spot. It became too difficult to enforce, so we don't even bother anymore unless someone pulls their phone out in the open. Then, whose phones are these? They were the ones still in the box at the time. The higher end one either belongs to Meredith or one of the guests. I have no clear idea of who the second would belong to. I don't think I should show him the Necronomicon. It'd be too much to explain when I'm supposed to be the one asking questions. Besides, he could be the culprit. So, let's talk about Felix. When was the last time you saw him? If he died, there should be a body somewhere. Aside from my brief scolding of him, I don't remember seeing him for the entire party. At the very least, he hasn't entered the foyer after I spoke with Meredith. I had thought he was in the dining room, but apparently not. Then again, he could have moved about during the blackout. I did give him his phone when I talked to him, so he should still be carrying it. Did anyone have a particularly strange phone? Maybe something that resembled more of a disconnected landline? Not to my knowledge. Did you find a landline in the box? Forget it. It was a strange question and a weird line of reasoning. Understood, but I suggest that you keep intrusive thoughts to a minimum. Don't worry, I can be intrusive thoughts. Or would they be extrusive thoughts if they came from me? Obtrusive. Extrusive refers to geology. Pardon? Sorry, I was just thinking about a rock in my shoe. Welcome on, Big Brain. Look at that, you sweet bean. That's enough. It's about time to check out the crime scene. This is game free? It is! I actually have the link up there in the pinned comment. Welcome on to Furry Cures. So if you'd like to give it a try for yourself, go for it. If possible, could you point me in the right direction? Also, I ask that you keep an eye on the other two, just to make sure everyone's together so that no evidence can be disturbed. Of course. The dining room is down the stairs and to the right. Alright. Yep. Walking into the room, Max is immediately met with a thick stench of blood and liquor. The metallic smell pierced through the mellow and fermented hints of various fruits. It even has the punch of spilled gastric acid pocketed throughout the poorly lit room. Maxwell takes from the freshly red painted dining room. Several bodies, which have been sliced, cut open, and dismembered, are spread across the room. One seems to have been cut through by a broken wine bottle, given the blood-stained and partially shattered glass between the corpse's head and torso. Yeesh, I'll have to bill Meredith for my traumatic exposure fee. You certainly lack subtlety. You killed all these people with a simple wish. Oh, please. There's nothing simple about a wish. Wishes need unpredictable rules, convoluted twists, and devilish traps. You gotta earn that brief glimmer of victory before spending the rest of your life in bitter regret. You put in the stipulation on yours, but typically I add in conditions for my help. Just look at all these dead bodies here. I told my previous customer I would only kill in pure darkness. I only had such a stipulation because of the wish, but I'm sure it'd be important for your investigation. What were all the rules to your kill wish? I need to know. Looks like a pie exploded. it's the fucking pie from the SpongeBob SquarePants episode. The pie that came from the bomb factory. Sure thing. Now listen carefully. For the purposes of killing a selective number of people, 3 conditions must be met. 1. You must remain on the call line while the execution is taking place. Early termination of the phone call will result in cancellation. 2. You must state to the phone where you would like the execution to take place. It must be specific relative to the place you are currently, such as in this house or in the dining room. 3. All targets must be completely shrouded in darkness. Anyone with any light touching their bodies will be unable to be executed. Note, any user of this device can use this kill command as long as they follow the proper instructions. Good enough? Do you want more of a... Do you want me to repeat it in like a sexy lady voice? I have so many impressions I could try. No, that's fine. Thank you. This VN needs to be updated past the... I like this. I genuinely do enjoy this VN. I wonder how much there is to this. I'm hoping there's a decent chunk. Like, we have like an hour and a half left to stream, but I'm like, I hope that there's more than that, because I am quite enjoying my time with it. The writing is really solid. The characters are fun. The character designs are great. Maxwell's eyes catch a flicker just beyond the corner of his eyesight. He turns around and squints, looking into what appears to be an empty space. Is that... A wisp, much like the 7 he saw earlier, now floats right in front of him. Is this one of the ghosts? Wait, there were 7 of them. If the Necronomicon didn't kill Felix, then that means he's probably still alive, right? Aha! It's about time you gain the ability to see them. Now you can talk to the ghosts. Come on and try it. Just talk to me, and I'll play what they say. Right, but first I need to clarify something. You spawned the souls of everyone you killed tonight, correct? Oh, that? Of course. All 7 of them were sliced up by my capable claws. Now then. Talking to dead people time. I put so much effort into it. Come on, do it, do it. Fine, fine. We can do your spell. Yay. If this is what kids are like, maybe I should tell the husband I'm not ready to be a dad. Oh, hey, he's... Everybody gay. Everybody gay. I love it. 10 out of 10. What's this game called? This game is called Dead Ringer. And the like I said, the link's up there in the pinned comment. So if you want to follow it there. Also, I highly recommend it because the creator of it apparently, like, you know, they did quite well for themselves clearly in the visual novel jam. So if you want to like leave a recommendation, like, or leave a rating, it'll help them win the... I don't know what they're winning, but they winning. Let them win. They win. Them win they, but they. Just making sure. Fair enough. No, stay strong. You have work to do. Just direct your questions to the ghost. The stench of death isn't getting any lighter. Sure up this up quick so that someone can come here and actually clean this up. Okay, so I just call them through you. The detective, summoning the phone to his hand, hesitantly dials a few buttons at random. A dial tone chimes and the guest in front of Max lights up with an arcane energy. Please hold while I transfer your call. Please hold while we transfer your call. I can't understand this. That's strange. Did I kill them so traumatically that they lost their sense of self? Damn, I'm good. Well, new plan. Do you have that phone? Something tied to them should bring back their identity. I guess. Let's see. None of these phones seem to work. Well, I guess that means we go fun hunting. The stench of death isn't getting any lighter. I should wrap this up quick so that someone can come here and actually clean this up. Let's go outside. Meredith, Richard, and Alexander are all out here. I feel a little bad making them wait here, but what needs to be done needs to be done. Okay, so everyone's sitting outside. That makes sense. The sitting room. If I wasn't on the job, I would love to sit here and do a crossword. Me and my husband love sitting. He's such a dork. Look at what I'm Brianna. Look at him. Look at the fucking, look at him. I love him. All of the fucking men in this are incredibly dateable. Wait a second. That's a really poorly hidden phone. You're right. Who hides a phone between seat cushions? I mean, let's go to the dining room and see. Okay. I can just call them through you. Okay. Alright, let's see if the new phone works for them. God damn it, never mind. Evidence. Where's the fucking new phone? Empty phone box. Sitting room phone. A phone found in the sitting room was particularly poorly hidden. All right, time to go talk to people. All right, more questions. How thrilling. I don't care how you're feeling. Is this your phone? Oh, why, yes it is. Would you mind returning it? Okay. Game. The question was, would you mind returning it? And then the answers are yes and no. So do I say yes, I would mind returning it? Or is yes saying yes, I will return it? Oh, here it is. Give her the phone. Being mean and rude. I couldn't imagine why you needed it for an investigation, but no matter. She seems mad that I said no. How are you holding up? My house is a murder scene. What do you think? Poorly? Answering rhetorical questions doesn't make you unique. It makes you annoying. What do you need? Is this your phone? Yeah. I really should get a newer model, but phones are so expensive. Besides, I only use it to make calls, and my workplace has me using a pager, so it barely gets any use. Actually, saying it out loud is convincing me that I don't need an upgrade. If he changes his mind, you should send me my resume, Maxie. Like I'd subject anyone to that. Did it just send the fucking phone emoji into my brain? Excuse me? Forgive me, I was just thinking about my husband. His phone's getting old, but I'd never want him to suffer through all the expense of picking up a new device. Some say being frugal is a virtue unto itself, you know? Now I'm just speaking out of my ass. How are you holding up, champ? There's at most 5 years of difference between us. Don't call me champ. How old are you? Oh, how old are you? 27. Yo, but like I just turned 28, so I could date the fuck out of this bird. I could see that bird right there. I could date him. I could date the fuck. I'm literally a year old and barely even a year older than him. Then there's 10 years. Strange. I thought there'd be a much bigger gap. Starky, simp. Welcome on, Emerald. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Starky, more. Please. Listen. He's a big bird man. I love him. Honestly, I thought you were younger than me. Maybe I was just thrown off by your... Go on, Alexander. Say it. Never mind. I shouldn't run my mouth like that. Psych would destroy the Birdman? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm letting that one slide. Understandable. It's alright. Alright. How can I assist you? How are you feeling? Uninterested in this line of questioning. Better not to poke the bear. I understand you work for Meredith and that your relationship has been fraught, but why do you stick around? Is the pay good? Oh shit, I'm giving the slide just listen, it's acceptable. I understand it's so long as I'm the one who's being called a simp. I think it's you know, given what I am. Also, I could this Orca man, it would. Anyway, is the pay good? Is the contract bad? Loyalty, I suppose. Loyalty to her, loyalty to what she represents. Or perhaps it was in hopes of helping my husband. How so? Connections are everything in life. Without them, you can't rise in any field, let alone the medical industry. You said your husband was one of the victims. Did I? Yes. I just wanted to clarify who that husband was. I refuse. Saying it like that just makes me feel like it's more important than it actually is, you know? Well, shit. Go to the foyer. Empty. My only friend here is the coat rack. Oh, okay, I see. I see now. The fuck you give me that look for? The fuck you looking at? Look at this fucking smarmy ass fucking ghost. Wowza. This place is in complete disarray. Welcome on Ivan, glad to meet you. It really is the fucking goose smile. Oh my god. Actually, I can. This scene is more like something that had happened on date night with my husband rather than a fight to the death. That, and according to both Richard and Meredith's accounts, Mickey was still alive by then. I guess I could check for her phone here as well. Ah, aha, right under a pillow. Bedazzled engravings in the shape of the name Mickey. Yeah, this is his phone. I wonder. The Orca was fucking in the master bedroom. Necronomicon, I need your assistance. Sure thing, boss. I bet this guy will be a freak who haunts an old woman's bedroom. Please hold while we transfer your call. Garbled noises, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $. Oh no, he's a CrossFit disaster. Oh no. Starky, listen, I would, but the problem is I've seen a very influential video about a very specific season of The Bachelorette, Hannah Brown season of The Bachelorette, which is ruined because of a born-again Christian CrossFit influencer. I can't. My man's giving me fucking Luke P energy, and that's like I say that with as much venom and vitriol as my body can possibly manage. If I could say those words in a way that could kill a man, I would. So no, I wouldn't. Please tell me you're one of those ghost riders here to do a post-mortem exclusive. No, I'm but a humble private detective here to do my job and get paid. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Wow, you're such a scrawny little dude. God, it's been ages since I saw such a bad case. My parents didn't love me, so they never fed me right. Excuse me? You just have that look to you, you know? It's not just that you're tiny and easy to throw around, it's something in your eyes. Like you're still trudging, but the light inside of you has gone out before life even began.
Where the rats?
Just because there is an obstacle, doesn't mean that Starky can't fuck a ghost.
No, I'm saying the obstacle is I don't want to fuck this particular ghost. This is a manifestation of red flags. You look like you went to law school, is what I'm saying. Detective Max looks off to the side, rubbing his temples. Usually I love my job, but sometimes I regret that I can't kill someone twice. You know what, Necronomicon? You did good on this one. This is one of those days. Sir, don't worry, I get it. You only live once and you kind of messed up this life, but I want you to know that you can still improve your situation. Is the red thing hair or head wound? I'm assuming it's a head wound. I'm assuming he got decapitated. So like there'll be like, you know, visualizations of how all these people died. Also, the red flag is tribal tattoos and the cross Netflix, and also the cross necklace, and also the way he's saying words. Which words he's choosing to say and in what specific order. You can tell he's shitty because of the way that he is. All you gotta do is listen to Mickey Gordon's podcast to reorient every aspect of your life and buy my products. Nah, I doubt a head wound would have actually killed this one. No brain. Fair enough. And to answer your question, thanks to the Meredith's help, my subs will be exempt from FDA approval, and you can't legally prove they were poisonous. That's not even remotely where I was going to go with this. You were murdered. You and up to 7 other people. Oh, don't worry. I catch your drift, little dude. I'm all for catching killers and making me look good. I find it hard to hate people. We all have a right to life, and I wouldn't wish ill upon a bad person, even if I wouldn't shed tears upon their downfall. But this man in particular, yeah. No, I actually have a very similar like wave. It's like everyone deserves life. There are people who, if they die, I will not shed a tear. I will just move on. Since he's a nutritionist, maybe he has some workout tips. That seems like a bad line of questioning. Who even is Mickey Gordon? So tell me about yourself. What's there to say? A lot, actually. It's funny that even the phone said we should let this man die twice. Women love me, men fear me, and I've got muscles for miles. Plus, I learned that I have a huge Christian following, so I got baptized live on TV by Leo Jackson himself. I'm basically the poster child for a strong Christian man, and I've never even looked at a Bible. Oh god, that one actually hit me like a fucking brick to the chest. That one hurt. Oh, I was fucking right. I swear to God, developers, I'm like tempted to reach out to the developer right now. I'm like, hey, did you base this motherfucker off of Luke P from Hannah Proud season of The Bachelorette? That fucking, it's a foundational memory in terms of how toxic masculinity can be. I'm McLosing it. I'm actually in my crash out era. Also, remember our third set of 3-minute ads, or that's second set of, I guess to be fair, it's technically third. But yeah, last set of 3-minute ads. We run this every hour to turn off reels, but people don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. We will, I guess to be fair, there's one more set because we do that right before we raid out because I like to go for like a little bit over the 3 hours. But no, what a fucking mess this man is. I was right. Okay, hold up. But I actually like Mickey seems like such a bottom brat. I would almost hate fuck. I would almost hate fuck. We're almost there. We're so close. But like, I think it's a sign of really fucking solid characterization. Like, these character designs are rock solid because I immediately was like, nah, this man's fucking cooked. Look at the ways he is. What's on his knuckles? 310? Interesting. But like, the character designer absolutely understood the assignment. They fucking killed it. Like, they did a great job in terms of like, you know, immediately selling these characters. Cause like there was, hold up, I can almost kind of like, I wish I could like see, oh fuck me, there's saves. Oh God. I forgot that this is a visual novel, so I should probably have saved before this a Bible verse maybe. Unfortunately, I can't see it, but like Alexander's design and makes it immediately clear that he is like some kind of medical professional. You know, the mustache and the monocle like markings on Richard are like, they're a little silly, but they actually like work really well, and they're like a fun way to kind of fit it into the overarching character design without making it like overt. And then just the immediate fucking stank hoe energy coming from what's her face. I literally didn't even bother to remember her name. Straight men bullshit knuckle tattoo. Yeah. Okay, but like what? Why? I gotta ask, because like usually when I think knuckle tattoo, I honestly, I think like my immediate reaction is like gang activity or like has a history in crime, and like that's, you know, I don't say it to be presumptive. I say that like that is my mental association, and like if I ran into someone where that was the case, I'd be like, I'm still going to treat them like a person. Probably a Bible number. Oh God, wait, you're fucking right. You're fucking right. I think it's probably John 3:16. Starky, would you hate fuck this straight man? Can I dick Jesus out of people? God, what a fucking sentence. This is why you pay for the subscription, kids, so you can hear shit like that. To be fair, that's not fair. Jesus is actually pretty poggers. Can I dick the born again Christian self-hatred out of people? Can my dick be therapy? They call my dick therapy. Pray the gay away? No, dick the gay. It's exactly. It's like I could fix him. No, you. I'm not letting this thing be my Leo. The way Kaiser is with Leo, I can't let that be the case with any character, because I will never fucking hear the end of it. I swear to God. Oh my God, what a fucking good visual novel. Good visual novel where I'm saying shit like this. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend this, actually. I need Marsh to play this. I need Marsh to play this, and I need to be part of it. I need to be I need to see his reaction to some of this shit. I wonder if he will also immediately catch on that like this guy's a fucking problem. Anyways, welcome back from the ads. Even in death, my ghost is still jacked. Maybe if I could do that ghost body possession stuff, you could have a gym bro finally growing inside you. The library is not a gym.
Rats. Where the rats?
What's up, Crisp?
Starky, please describe in extreme detail on how would you hate fuck this man.
I'm not trying to get banned off of Twitch. I ain't trying to get banned off of Twitch, Crisp. This is not how I go. It's not how I go. But no, fucking... I'm just a simple guy who believes in being fit, being healthy, and catching babes like cops catch bad guys. A wedding ring and babies are guns in my handcuffs. Okay, that's enough about you. I love the little, like, demon hair that pops up. Get quoted. Gross. So what was that about poison earlier? A hoax is what it was, what it is. Some lying investigative journalist hack decided to be funny and profitable to drag my name through the dirt. You don't drag gold through the dirt. The nutritional supplement I sell on my radio show in stores and otherwise may not be FDA approved, but they are Mickey approved. People should put their faith in me, not some money-grubbing food government agency. Hell, even I've used the subs once, and look at me, I'm still fit and healthy, save for some cuts. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. But also, can your blood be... Is your blood potable, or is that also deeply poisonous? Oh, he doesn't even use the products he's selling as nutrition guru. I can't imagine any of them do. I can't imagine a single nutrition guru actually uses the fucking products they sell. I bet the only reason you're asking me about this is because your mind is poisoned by Hamilton Green. I don't even know why Meredith still invites him to these events. All he does is hang by the fireplace in the foyer and plot to take over Meredith's seat of power. Hold the fuck up. This is just furry glass onion. This is just gay furry glass onion. I need to recommend this to a couple friends, actually, now that I've made that realization. What? Okay. How do I fucking explain glass? Glass Onion? Have you heard of Knives Out? Knives Out and Glass Onion are a series of movies. They're like murder mysteries. They're really, really good. But Glass Onion is specifically a detective and like 7 or 8 wealthy dipshits on an island where all of them have a reason to kill someone. And like that's the setup for Glass Onion. And to be honest with you, I feel like that's the setup we're going for here. And I'm 100% here for furry Glass Onion. I'm gonna be honest. I bet he thinks he's so smart with all the dirt and dead bodies he knows about. Meredith. So what's your relationship with Meredith? She's literally a goddess on this earth. You know, most women are super smart, but she's more than a woman. She's Meredith Eloise. She'll help me grow my wonderful fan base and launch my bustling... Why did my brain chose that fucking moment to remind me of the word bussy. I hate the way my mind works sometimes. She helped me grow my wonderful fan base and launch my bussy. Chat, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Help. What's up, Chris?
We're the wretch.
We should have a reality TV show where we have our
my
1%
God.
be stranded on an island and watch how they delve into chaos. It seems like an
I
entertaining
100%
show.
support that, actually. The temptation to quote that. I should probably open up quotes that way people who aren't mods can also add them. She helped me grow my wonderful fan base and launch my bustling vitamin supplement business. I'm a hot commodity and people can see it thanks how smart she is. Not only that, her husband's a pretty lucky guy. The babe is smart and she's a 10. If she was my girl, let's just say we'd have a litter of kids. Straight people, you don't have to use childbirth as your point of comparison. To be fair, he did say earlier, he described himself as a police and pregnancy is his handcuffs, which is not, I would argue, not a great way to look about either of those things. Not a great way, not the proper way to look at a child is like literally a fucking handcuff. Confirm Richard's testimony. So, can you confirm something for me? You were meeting with Meredith here earlier, correct? Yeah, we were getting done to business and all that. The straighties are not fine. And you were interrupted by Richard Torres, yes? That is the most line of all time. Hey, I'm not gonna be grilled by some bite-sized dweeb. Try again when you hit puberty. Oh, great. He's one of those. So I'll have to find some kind of info to shock him into compliance. I shouldn't ask questions I don't want answered. You know, I'm honestly relieved that I'm dead. Whoa! 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 What the fuck? I'm glad I clicked that button. I saw the text where it's like, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. About how he's feeling about being dead. And he immediately hits me with a nah, it's good. It's 10 out of 10. It would die again. Meanwhile, Necronomicon's in the background is like, I can make it happen. Trust me, I want it to happen. You know, I'm honestly relieved. It means I died a martyr to men everywhere. He just started talking and all I did was think about asking. Do I even... I'm not asking this because I genuinely give a shit. I'm just curious how he's going to respond. Even if I don't like this man, I feel like I have to ask. So how did you get so fit? Steroids. Let me level with you. You look like a nice guy, so I doubt you could ever reach my level. You're too soft. You're short and nerdy. It's not your fault. Dads have gone soft nowadays. Mine used to beat the shit out of me if I cried or did anything girly. Holy fuck! Whoa! Okay. Important develop. Whew. Whew. That's, Man, it was weak. I needed to get strong and I needed to take it like a man. I only got this way because I was sculpted into a man. So we should get this man a makeup kit. Do you think there's therapy in the afterlife? That's basically the plot of The Good Place. I'm real, like that's more or less just The Good Place. I'd like to think there is. I only got this way because I was sculpted into a man. I worked out, got strong, and took respect from him. He was so proud of me when I finally sent him to the hospital for once. Right, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm a badass now, and I do the same for my boys. This canon doesn't make girls. I'm actually stun locked. I actually got hit with the fucking I got hit with the fucking the beam of straight trauma. I take it back. Bye, bitch. I'm so glad I have coffee in my right now, or else I might actually consider using that bed. What in God's green earth? Okay. Since your death is... Can I talk to you? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Well, shit. Okay. Foyer time. Oh! Hello. Empty. My only friend here is the coat rack. If Hamilton hung around here all the time, maybe his phone is here. Tossed into the fireplace. Must have had to hide it quickly. Necronomicon, do your thing. Sure thing, boss. Please hold while we transfer your call. Goblin noise, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $. Oh, this man is he's just Red from, what's it called? What's the fucking thing? Animal Crossing. This is just Red. Alexander Hamilton. After dying and being brought back as a ghost, I've thought of the perfect lucrative business venture we could go into together. I'll let you in on the ground floor and even give you a loan if you can help me out. I just have a few questions about tonight. That's got nothing to do with my offer, buddy. Just think about it, okay? Can you tell me a bit about tonight? Oh, you wish to know about tonight? It was a straightforward night. The party happened and I stuck around mostly the foyer. I had a nice conversation with Richard, watched him go upstairs, and then he and Meredith and Mickey returned together. Did you notice anyone else? No, I don't pay much attention to anyone I don't despise, so I'm not the person to ask. Jesus. But what's interesting is the conversation Richard and Mickey had afterwards. Oh? Are you interested, detective? Ask me about the secrets of this place and I'll tell you. So what's the deal with Hamilton? Hamilton Green? Well, I work in medical insurance and we pride ourselves on our profit margins. I need to add a sound effects on my audio. Like, I need to add some sound effects on my board that's just something Luigi related. Apropos of nothing in particular. You know, apropos of, you know.
You're fucked.
You wouldn't believe how much money I make alone off of rejecting erroneous claims. People buy insurance and think we'll just give out a blank check. You wouldn't believe how much money I make. Oh, that's a little bit of like, I assumed that was like a copy paste error. Because this dude's dead? Yeah. But we only offer those checks to the people who've earned it. High denial means the people in need get what they truly deserve. Things like insulin are just a commodity anyhow. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. This is gonna be important. This is gonna be... Hold up. Surely I can find this. Surely I can... Hopefully this works. Okay, it does work, but it's incredibly fucking quiet. Nope. Excuse me, where the fuck is the audio of him just... I hate the internet. I just want the audio of Super Luigi Galaxy. That's all I want. There we go. Perfect. We found it. We found it. What company were you partnered with? Scare. We care so much, it's spooky. Let me just text my husband that we need to change insurance. I mean, except now it's all for naught. Meredith Eloise is alive and my legacy will be subsumed by her. It's always the perky ones. They don't contribute anything real. They're just fun around a bottle of red and suddenly they're the center of everything. What I'd give to teach her a lesson. Know anything about Mickey? Well, I'll tell you this because we're such good friends. We aren't, but I'm not going to interrupt him for that. Mickey Gordon and Meredith Eloise are having an affair. It's been going on for a few months, and the extra kicker is that... Well, you should talk to Mickey about it. I'm sure he'll accidentally give you something even juicier. I haven't told that information to Leo Jackson. I haven't told that information to Leo Jackson. Being the devout Christian he is, I reckon he would devour Meredith with this information. I'd be signing my own death certificate if she or Mickey found out it came from me. So if anyone asks, it came from Meredith. She sure does have the scoop on everyone. Secrets and bodies. So are there any fun secrets you know about this group, or even the house itself? I heard you were the person to ask about fun secrets. Are you interested in my information, detective? I'll tell you if you can pay me. Pay you? In information. It's a transaction. Something to give this soul some rest. I just want some confirmation on something, and because you can talk to the dead, I know you can get it for me. But I can only talk to the people killed today. That still works. I need you to confirm something with Leo Jackson. He's one of the victims alongside me, yes? I believe so. Continue. That fossil knows everything there is to know about Meredith's husband, and I want to know if his secret is true. Just learn what it is and refer back to me, okay? Okay, fine. This better be worth it. All right. Time to go back to the master bedroom. So how's that affair? How's that affair? Also, you should probably know that Meredith confessed. Huh? She told me you and her were intimate. Yeah, what of it? It's pretty dope, right? I gotta rep as a freshly converted man of God, but I'm still a hot-blooded man. You're right. I think the whole world would love to know about it too. I'm sure that'll do wonders to yours and her reputation. Wait, you're not serious, right? I was just kidding about it being cool. If Meredith's husband knew, or even worse, if my fans knew I wasn't a good Christian boy, I'd die twice. Funny about that, huh? Funny thinking, funny thought about that. You might start thinking I deserve to die because of being the manly savior who died trying to protect everyone. My optics are people too. Maybe, but I'll need you to know you're acting in good faith with me in this investigation, okay? Answer my damn questions and I won't speak ill of the dead. Right. Anything you want to know. All right. So can you confirm something for me? You were meeting with Meredith here earlier today, correct? Yeah, we were getting down to business and all that. And you were interrupted by Richard Torres, yes? Yeah, he caught me while finishing a set. The die twice Christian boy. Then he went on a rant about how he went out of his way to make sure I was RSVP'd, and if he knew I'd do this, he would... Wait, Hold on. He RSVP'd you? Did he do that the day of the event? Yeah. Are you married to Richard? Richard, you can do better than this. You can do better than this. Are you married to Richard Torres? You didn't know? No, I didn't know. I guess that's one way to say yes. Richard, sweetie, you can do so much better. Wait, this brings up so many more fucking questions. Because if he was famously married to I guess to be fair, no wonder he's not that bothered about his death. Also, the doctor's a better fit for Richard. Richard, sweetie, you can do but like, there's so innocent and multiple first pleasure. It fucking okay. I have, because like this does bring up the question of, I guess this isn't public knowledge that this Richard is dating this you know, sack of flesh. Why was Richard trying to help him? Didn't Richard say that he was sick, or I can't remember if Richard said he was sick or if he just needed help. I guess the help was, oh god, wait, is Richard actually like a fucking spy? Remember Richard refused to tell who his husband is? No, I didn't know. I guess that's one way to say yes. I thought you already knew this when you came threatening me with the affair. Like that my last name is Torres, and the fact that I'm bi is in public. God, if Leo knew, he'd be furious. He'd baptize me, you know? The idea that you knew Mickey Gordon was Mickey Torres was what I was scared of. Well, now I do know because you told me. Fuck! Our deal still stands though, don't worry. I'm so glad I have coffee. I'm feeling that so fucking deeply. Nope, no ghost in here yet. Not gonna ask about Richard Mickey? I just did though. Wait. Not gonna ask, oh no, I do need to ask. That was kind of what I was considering doing, but I was like, there's a place I haven't been yet. How can I assist you? I saw the state of the master bedroom. How did it get that messy? I hadn't gotten the time to clean it before the party, but seeing as it wasn't going to be used tonight, I assumed I'd have more time. Then why did Meredith call a meeting with Mickey in that room? Ah, well, she wasn't aware. I don't think a mess with that scale would be something she wouldn't be aware of. Not only that, she would have to have been the one to make that mess. Was Meredith Eloise having an affair with Mickey Gordon? He goes full fucking wall-eyed. Oh my god. That seems like a question for her. I did, and want to know why you weren't forthcoming with this in your I did, and I want to know why you weren't forthcoming with this in your testimony. I can understand her not telling me, but why you? It's none of your business. That is all there is to it. Part of me is like, I gotta drop a save here, because I'm about to ask him a fucking... You said your husband was one of the victims. Oh, hold up. Did I? Yes, okay. Sweet, saying like that? Yep, okay. Meredith. I understand you work for Meredith and that your relationship is... Okay. Oh, actually, hold up. This is... Welcome on in, Kusalite, Sweet Bean. Can we share for Kusalite? Oh, hi. We are interviewing, Kusa, this is a spectacular visual novel. Gosh, I love Starky. Gosh, I love Kusa. Kusa heckin' sweet yote. He's adorable. Heckin' wood squimsh. They give a shout out, no problem. This visual novel is a fucking mess. I love it. It's already so messy. We've only interacted with like half the characters so far, and it is messy, and I'm 100% here for it. I can't look messy good, messy very good. Hell yeah. This fan's making. I'm having such a great time with this. I highly recommend it. I'm already like, I hope this wins the VN Jam, because it is already like we're already getting revelations about like major characters. And I'm like, yes. Also, the character designs are spectacular. Hold up. Loyalty, I suppose. Loyalty to her, loyalty to what she represents, or perhaps it was in hopes of helping my husband. How so? Connections are everything in life. Without them, you can't rise in any field, let alone the medical industry. Too many. Oh no, he's hot. This is my personal. This is mine. This one's mine. I'm claiming him. He is mine. No one else may take him. He's mine. He's hot, except this when I see Starky. But yeah, no, we've okay, Kusa, have you seen Glass Onion? Like the movie Glass Onion? This is basically furry Glass Onion, and I'm 100% here for it. It's like, it's furry supernatural Glass Onion. It's such a fucking blast. I highly, that sounds like fun. Yeah, it's basically a bunch of fucking shitty rich people all gathered around in a fucking, in like a murder scene, and they're all just like, you just get to figure out like who these awful people were, except most of them are like, a lot of them are already dead. But, you know, like these are the 4 living characters, and the character designs are absolutely spectacular. We want the Orca Man, the Dr. Burb to be together. Listen, look at them. Look at them. Also, Orca Man is gay, and protagonist is confirmed gay. He has a husband, and they're very cute and dorkable together. Okay, hi Meredith. So about your affair. While looking around, I found Mickey Gordon had left his phone in the master bedroom. Yes, what about it? I also saw the state of the bedroom, so I need to ask. Did you have an altercation with Mr. Gordon? You're so innocent and moldable. Her face looks almost relieved when I said altercation. Interesting. Hold up. Yeah, like there's very like subtle, like the face shifting stuff is great. Altercation? Heavens no! Would he have returned to the party if we'd fought? I'm sure that even Alexander could attest to this evident truth. Then it must have been an affair. The room was in complete disarray, so I could hardly imagine what else could have caused it, nor the alleged argument you had with Richard. How did you... No, that's... You miserable little wretch! This conversation is over! If you tell anyone about this, I will bury you. Now I'm certain of it. Maybe I could get some information out of Mickey's ghost with this. Wait, she's actually walking away. What's your relationship with Hamilton Green? Hamilton. He's unimportant to me. He's rich, but more of a spider. He catches smaller bugs for me, but I could see myself squashing him if I wanted to or had a reason to. He's not annoying enough to destroy, but not useful enough for me to see him otherwise. Brutal. Well. All right. Go to the foyer again. I think... Let's see. Anything new from you? No. We've asked him about Mickey Gordon. Secrets and bodies. What secret does Hamilton know? We need to talk to the, I guess, the priest, like priester slash preacher slash priest character. God bless. What is wrong with my language receptors tonight? Okay, let's go to the bathroom. The bathroom. It's the throne of kings. You could take a bathroom break, but that'd be unprofessional. It's so close to the dining room, so this may also be a part of the crime scene. Okay. Bathroom. Let's see. Sitting room, outside, dining room, master bedroom. Let's bother this guy again. Hi, Mickey. Oh, interesting. All right. Okay. Free me for this conversation. We have some controversy about Mickey Meredith. So what's your relationship with Meredith? Can't you skip with control? Is that why you slept with her? Yes, please don't tell this to her husband. If she was my girl, let's just say we'd have a litter of kids. Is that why you slept with her? Very, very, very tiny yes. Please don't tell this to her husband. He scares me. But you're already dead. Just help a homie out here, please. We are not homies. Fine. So what was about that poison earlier? Okay, nothing new for that. Nothing new for that. Whoa. Okay, so we got some new. Fuck. Should I ask questions? I don't want the. I'm also relieved that I'm dead. It means I'm martyred to men everywhere. Instead of a fuckboy with a repeated lapse in judgment. Repeated? Repeated and long-standing. Nothing like menopause to enable a police stop. Oh. Oh, that's just saying that they cheated multiple times. Okay. Nothing new from you. Anything new in the sitting room? Maybe a ghost? Nope. Let's see. No, nothing new here. Check the dining room real quick. Nope, nothing new. Outside foyer or sitting room. Is there anything new in the foyer, or do I just have to like try and... Dining room we've gone to, master bedroom we've gone to, bathroom we've gone to, outside we've gone to, sitting room. So I think we have to try and figure out what we're missing from here. Check to see which phone belongs to Meredith. No. Anything new from you? No. No phones or feelings. Phones, feelings, okay. I am a, let's see. Every murder has some pair of mortals breeding on the side. Who knows, maybe Meredith didn't want people to know she was porking someone half her age. Assuming she wasn't one of the guys I killed. I have yet to see someone named Mickey survive past the age of 40, and I want to keep it that way. God damn! That is brutal. Now he's going to count he was a... Yes. Meredith and Richard... Meredith had a meeting with Mickey Gordon during the party, which was interrupted by Richard. Meredith and Richard had an argument which was witnessed by Alexander. Right before the blackout started, Meredith borrowed a phone and went to the kitchen to make a call. All right. You know... Nothing new there. Not giving your phone back. I do like that option she just leaves. Nothing new for that. Nope. Okay. Nope. Let's see. It's probably a good idea for me to be saving here. Let's see. We have the... Let's... Save and give her the phone. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Maybe she'll be more amenable then. Wonderful. In fact, here. Right, the phone she borrowed. Can you tell me a bit about who and where you borrowed it from? I had it borrowed from Jasmine Franck. She was one of the late guests. She's a damn good surgeon, too. The Academy of Medical Sciences wanted to have her hands embalmed after her death and enshrined in an altar to science. You know that. I did not, and wish I didn't. Let's go back to the phone. Any other relevant information? I think she retrieved it from the bathroom. Bathroom. I'll do it to the foyer and check it from there. Okay, so I did need to give her phone back. It's a part of it. Listen, it's one of those fucking things. It is literally a piece of evidence, but I guess like there's something to be said about building up a rapport with the people you're investigating. Aha, one phone, exactly one phone. I wonder who it belongs to. Well, it was the one variable you hadn't tried. I suppose that's fair. Anything new from you? Oh, here we go. The phone acquired from the bathroom buzzes and chimes as if it received a new message. Maxwell holds that phone up to his face and then holds it out to the ghost. He perhaps expected the spectre to pick it up, but instead the phone whips open, blaring with a goblin noise that slowly pieces itself into human speech. Please hold while we transfer your call. The goblin noise is $$, $$. Interesting. Not only is there no concept of hell, I've been awoken from my slumber by a detective, and I presume my killer. The specter of death looming over you is quite all-encompassing, detective. Looming over me? Is she referring to the Necronomicon? Perhaps he's a physical form I can't see. He would need one if he were to kill multiple people, but that's besides the point. Try to ignore him. I'm just here to figure out what happened here tonight. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions? It's not like my soul has anything to do but rest, so knock yourself out. Judging by the caller ID on her phone, this person seems to be none other than Dr. Jasmine Franck. She's a surgeon with a wait list longer than the Golden Gate Bridge, and she seems relatively unbothered with the concept of death. I guess I'll have to find a different doctor if I am to get an arm lopped off tonight. Okay, so time to whip out my questions. Phrasing! Can you tell me a bit about yourself? It's to help build... You don't need to explain it. I understand what you want. It's simple. I'm a general surgeon who couldn't stop at one specialty. Our mortal flesh is a work of art that I craft and restructure to my liking. That's how I see it. We relinquish control of ourselves so that someone may change what's already written in our bones. Whether erasing an injury, addressing our physical state, or even tampering with our minds, surgery is a truly beautiful endeavor. Which is why that is my only regret. To die in such an ugly way. To have my hands go to waste. Death is not something I feared. It's always the way you die, not the inevitability of it. Well then, she's certainly forthcoming about her inner workings. Do you have a spouse? Neither. Relationships are for business, not for pleasure. Well, at least she doesn't entirely forego human connection. So, tell me about tonight. Was there anything that stood out to you? Party starts, phone gets taken, I tolerate small talk with Dr. Edwards. I sneak upstairs to retrieve mine and her phone. I let Brooke have hers while I store mine in the bathroom. The party itself is as its usual. I only attend because it would be unwise to end up on Meredith's bad side, but there's a moment where she asks to borrow my phone. I obliged, returning to the bathroom, and instead of taking my phone out, I snatched one of the other phones stored there. I would rather keep access to my device in case I needed it. It even had a charging cord, so in a way it was an upgrade. Thinking back, there was also a particularly old phone I did not recognize. It was the one you're holding now. The Necronomicon was hidden in the bathroom. This was right before the blackout as well. Meredith takes the phone, walks into the kitchen, and then the lights go out. I presume I don't need to explain how I was dissected. Frankly, I'm more offended that I was butchered by an amateur rather than someone with a semblance of craftsmanship. If I'm going to be brutally murdered, I'd at least like to be a work of art. Hey, I'm awful, aren't I? It's abstract, it's flattery. You think so, right, Max? I deal with corpses in my job, but I don't exactly like to think of them as art. Makes me squeamish trying to think of displaying and messing with organs. So how's Hell? She is pulling yeah, she's firing some shots at Necronomicon. So you said there's no hell. What is there then? I don't know how I would describe it. It's a bit hazy in my mind and it's hard to describe, but it's not hell. Like you're not allowed to talk about it? Precisely. Maybe there is a hell, but I haven't met the required threshold for it yet. Maybe. Who knows? It's okay, you can still go to hell if you want to, honey. So the phone you gave Meredith wasn't yours, given the fact that I have both that phone and yours. You would be correct. What about it? Whose phone was it? It wasn't a phone I recognized, so I wouldn't know. Which means it either belonged to another guest who she doesn't know, or maybe it belongs to... I should confirm that. Yeah, it sounds like it might belong to, because they mentioned the charging cord, so I'm assuming that belongs to, Felix. How do you feel now that you've... Indifferent. I'm surprised you have the confidence to ask a dead woman her thoughts on death. Is there someone I could deliver last words to? Someone who needs closure? The hospital I work at could use words of encouragement now that their cash cow was ground into a burger. Oh, please inform the Academy of Medical Science they can still enshrine my hands if they are still presentable. Right, maybe not. Do you know any good spots where the other victims would have hidden their phones? It seems that their souls got a bit liquefied with all the trauma and gore, so I need their devices to cobble them back together. Right, I guess there's Leo. No, not again! He acts like he's too old to use anything but a pager and a landline, but he just leaves it in his coat. I've seen him get caught in the act before, so I'm confident it'll be there. There's a coat rack in the foyer. What are the coats? Must have been Leo's. All right, foyer time. I should check out the coat rack. What if Leo is a lion like his namesake? Here we go, there's a phone right in this pocket, and I just need to find his ghost. Bathroom time? Nope. Sitting room then, surely. There we go. Based on the fact that his name is Leo and this is him, it's absolutely gonna be a Cowardly Lion reference. The sitting room. If I wasn't on a job, I'd love to sit here and do a crossword. Me and my husband love sitting. Let's see if I can materialize this ghost. The night's going by so fast, isn't it? The one time it would have been appropriate to use the Leo goddammit old redeem. Please hold while we transfer your call. Gobble noises, $, $, $, $, $, $, $, $. The Lord must be testing me. Excuse me? Excuse we? They sent a demon to me in my slumber to try and convince me I'm dead. I shall not be fooled by your illusions. But you... I shall not be deceived, serpent! Yeah, though I walk... Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear, I will feel no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Now leave me be, Spectre. The enemy hath no power over me. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. I think he's refusing to materialize until you prove he's dead. Prove he's dead? Oh, you know. I think you mortals have a phrase, proof of life. Try getting him some proof of death. The sitting room... I can't think about sitting with my husband while the ghost is sitting here judging me. Anything new from you? Nope. Nothing new from you. Shit. Maybe we can go to the dining room. Maybe Hamilton? Oh, that's a good point. They have to sort through these dead bodies just to find something that resembles Leo. How did I end up here? Should have just wished for immortality. I probably would have been made into some kind of immortal ghoul that doesn't care about blood and gore. But I reckon I'd go home in a trance and kill my husband, only to come to my senses as I feed on him, life draining from his eyes. Trudging through blood and the cartilage, Maxwell spots a body that's somewhat untouched by the mayhem. Leo's body is cleanly cut in half. His hands are skinned down to pulpy red flesh, and if it were not for his anguished expression, you might even mistake him for sleeping amongst the dead. Takes a few minutes for Maxwell to acknowledge what he must do. He makes a quick stop to the kitchen and shops for a knife. He had a knife that's serrated. Straight edges would have a harder time sawing through the flesh. It would be cleaner, but I don't need clean. I need this to be over. Right, I should put on some gloves so I'm not getting my DNA all over this crime scene. He returns to the body. He returns to the body once he finds a robust enough bread knife and a pair of barbecue-grade black nitrile gloves. I'm so sorry about this. Detective Maxwell steals his resolve and begins the grim task, trying his best to keep his mind as distant as possible from the gruesome sights ahead. What the hell, detective? You look so dreamy like that. All you're missing is a freaky mask, and you'd be so ready for a night out in town. Shut up. Kissing phone emoji is wild. Seriously, stop. You know, after you fail to solve this case, you and I could spend some quality time together. Hell, I wouldn't mind you having a go at my new body with a bread knife. And now I have a disembodied head. The man died with a look of complete anguish plastered into his face. I don't know whether the distant look in his eye is worse than making eye contact. If it wasn't so squishy, I could tell myself it wasn't real. I need to see if telling this to a therapist will trigger a tell clause. This one's going to leave a mark on me. Is he a sheep? I assume a lamb. Could have been neater. Your grip on the knife was too tight. That makes your cut sloppy. I just wanted to get it over with. No, she's right. There's an art to it. This way, the mortician will struggle to stitch it back. I mean, it's not like he was getting an open casket funeral after what I did to him, but at least he wasn't decapitated. Fixing this sloppy cut would be no problem for me, but one cannot find genius amongst butchers. All I ask is that you don't try dissecting me. At least go to medical school first or take a culinary class. All in all, C+. I can at least respect that you did not break into tears. That's right, Max. Don't give up. You have the makings of a great beheader. Why am I being graded on head severing? I actually love the writing of this game. The sitting room. Don't think about the head you're holding. Don't think about it. Let's see if we can materialize this ghost. The night's going by so fast, isn't it? Please hold while we transfer your call. Goblin noises, $sign, $sign. The Lord must be testing me. Once again, I tell you, you do not have... Is that... And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall fight for... Ye shall hold your peace. I must hold my peace. Hold. That's my head. I'd just like to ask some questions to find the person who caused this. I see. I was not yet destined for the pearly gates. I'm still needed on this earth. Oh, if that were pearly gates, that's not where you were headed. I'm gonna have fun with you. What the okay, interesting. I'll just return his head to the dining room later. Can you tell me about tonight? Surely. I arrive an hour early so that I may pray over and bless the prepared courses for tonight. I also provided spiritual counsel to Meredith's husband. He seeks my advice quite often. He left once the party started, so I joined the flock in mingling. I spent most of my time in the sitting room, which was relatively undisturbed. I took those moments to read from Esther, as I appreciate her story. She rises to power in the kingdom of Persia and prevents the eradication of her people. Even the frailest lamb can be a powerful emissary of the Lord. Right. You said relatively undisturbed, so there was a disturbance? Yes. Alexander came into the room and asked me if there was a charging station. I presumed it had to do with a phone, so I shooed him off, but I soon became hungry. I joined the others, and then... you know the rest. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? I am simply God's servant enacting this will in my profession as a psychiatrist. I heal them... Oh dear. I heal the minds of the sick with prayer and, if needed, medication. Those who have lost their way, especially so far as to succumb to mental illness, need guidance. The Lord speaks through me to heal. Got any divine powers, like a fun arrow of light or something? No. My faith is my power, and my cured patients are my proof. So you can't do anything about actual demons, huh? The powers held by the Lord are not mine to command. If he willed himself to work through me, he could strike you down at any moment. Okay, I'll wait then. Nope, not API. Yeah, it's a deeply devout evangelical Christian psychiatrist is problematic. There are problems with that sentence I just said. Anyhow, you're a God-fearing psychiatrist. Do you have a family? I had not been blessed with a wife during my time on Earth, nor offspring. Do you have a special woman in your life? I have a husband. I don't wear the ring when on job, as I like to keep my personal and professional life separated. But I don't hide the fact if asked. We're about to see the most fucked up expression on this goddamn sheep, I swear to fuck. Unmarried then, I see. That's so much worse! That's so much worse! I will forgive you as long as you continue to work hard, do your job, and find the killer in God's name. I'm going to ignore that. Can you tell me anything about Meredith or your relationship with her? No. Pardon me? Welcome on in, Saber. Good on you, Sweet Bean. How you holding up, Big Cat? Starky, can we give you a sneaky shout out for Saber? How you holding up? Happy heckin' Thursday. Work times now. I catch you later, and I'll fill you later about the Orca stuff for sure. Thank you. Hopefully you have a good day at work, Razu. But no, hopefully you're holding up. There we go. But yeah, no. Hopefully you're doing better. Hopefully the storm has passed. You mentioned earlier, like during the stream, that you were like, you know, the storm hit. Welcome on in, Cancer. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I probably should specify the I pronounced that correctly, right? Is it Cancer, Boib? It be Boib. It's me, Boib. Storm is gone. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Honestly, I kind of love like the post-storm, you know, nature of being outside, where it's like usually a little bit more calm. I kind of like that. I like especially like the post walks where it's just like you get to just enjoy the smell of petrichor from the dirt. My name is Cancer. Said like cancer. No, not no because I'm harmful, but because I grow on you. Okay, that's actually a pretty good naming convention. I respect it. Thanks so much for asking. Everyone calls me Can now. I'll go ahead and stick with Can, just that way, like, you know, because I don't want it one of those things where it's like I get misheard. Because that with a name like that, it you know, it might have negative incidental. I have the best triple entendre in the furry industry. Fair enough. Welcome on in. Glad to have you. I actually recognize you from Pop Mud stream. I see a serpent for what it is. You simply wish for dirt, don't you? I wouldn't say anything to harm Meredith or Mickey, so you ought to change your line of questioning. I'd hate to use this tool to convince him to be helpful, but... not even knowing that they're having an affair? Oh yeah, I'm running until the wheels fall off. I know causes some side eyes. A repeated lapse in judgment isn't enough to shake my loyalty. Do not test me. Shit, I need more. I see. You're not aware Mickey is married. Married? I'd imagine I'd know if a woman was in his life. Richard Torres. Mickey's name is Mickey Torres. That's... Legally, that's his name, but that's not why... Wait. What you want to know is about Meredith's husband, not Meredith herself. I guess spite wins out in the end. There is no use being loyal to the serpent. Okay, tell me about Meredith's husband then. So, Meredith's husband. Yes, you're aware of the typical employee of this estate, I assume? Yes, they tend to skew younger. Well, due to a severe and repeated lapse in judgment, they have to be leaning hard into the fucking meme. The severe and repeated, my severe and continual lapse into, like, this has to be, they have to just be like, this is the kind of person who would work as a psychiatrist for the rich and famous. They sometimes skew below the age of adulthood. They work part-time and off the books, of course. It's to build experience in the workforce, but it's also because of the man's preferences. Preferences. Stops being repeated at this point, it's constant. His sin is that he fancies those too young for him. Meredith has forgiven him for his transgression, and I give him counsel so that one day he may be healed. That's not a sin, that is a crime. Dude, it's both. It's both. It's both. It is more than just a sim. I walked into the quickest explanation I have for this is it's furry, like metaphysical glass onion. This is the kind of energy we're bringing to the function. There's gotta be something where it's like, if someone, like, if you're a therapist, like, a client privilege is a thing, I know that much for a fact. But like, if someone admits, like, yeah, I killed like 3 people and I hid their bodies, like, here's the exact address, surely, like, you are allowed to tell the police. You're expected to tell the police, right? Like, that's gotta be like one of those fucking ethics courses they gotta take. But curing an addict isn't effective simply by going cold turkey. What? Oh my god! I don't know, point and click furry Danganronpa, or it's probably closer to furry Danganronpa. I mean, while he does need counseling, once offending time to this is on a harvester's level. A little bit. Also, we're about to run our last set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls, so people don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. Hold up, I need to check to make sure that I am keeping cognizant of, we might be able to go a little bit over time, because I did start a little bit early because I wanted to end around 8, but the process is slow, but he is healing. You mean he's taking advantage of less people on the regular? I mean that he's hiring people of older ages, slowly but surely. The 18-year-old minimum is relatively oh god! Alexander once confessed to me that he worked for Meredith's husband once. Fortunately for him, he did not seem to have taken on the brunt of his inclinations. But I'm sure he's aware of the truth. I don't believe Meredith is aware of the history they all share. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ! Yeah, this is bad. This is... Oh my god! Yeah, I'm actually a little stun-locked. Not that I'd remind her. She doesn't share the same level of forgiveness that a devout follower such as myself would. Wait! Law and Order SVU, I wasn't... Listen, Leo. I got something that might be able to help. I might be able to help. It might be able to help Meredith's husband. Just let me. You know, it's gonna sound a little crazy, but
you're fucked.
Just line up the barrel. Line up the gun. Just take the fucking shot, man. I've seen Harvester playthroughs. It's wild. What is Harvester? I don't recognize that at all. I'm assuming it's like in the same vein as this, where it's like some kind of like furry, or not furry, but like some kind of horror, like point and click-esque thing. Did Alexander had to stop an unwanted pregnancy from Oh no. Alexander, no! It's a raunchy point and click, it's campy 90s. Hold up, also at the return of Luigi. Luigi continues to be incredibly relevant here. Hold up, what is Harvester? From the 90s. It is, I believe, TOS safe. It's on Steam. Point and click adventure game written and directed by Gilbert P. Austin. Wait a fucking minute, I feel like I've heard something about this. Oh my god. I do think okay, I don't remember. I think it might not be this specifically. It's goofy, it's gory, it's dumb. It probably would be Twitch safe. I'm kind of tempted to give it a try now. Even got into Dad's room. Like I definitely see the room made of flesh. There's a category on Twitch, it's TOS safe. Okay, fair enough. I feel like I remember a video on this game. It might not have been this one. Oh wait, is this the one where you can like fuck yourself? Like it did the early adventure game thing of like it was really easy to like soft lock yourself. The Grumps played it, where like there's like 1,000 ways to fuck yourself like 10 hours from now. Because I feel like I remember seeing Yeppers. There's a weird half man with a nuke button. Oh my god, this is awakened a fucking core memory from early YouTube for me. I'm losing my mind. I completely forgot about this. Holy shit. I'm now like, now I kind of want to play it. Part of me is like, I kind of want to play it, but like with like honestly, like point and click adventure games I feel like are like kind of they're a genre that has, I feel like, been kind of replaced, but I still think that there's like validity in them. I want to see more of them. I think the only point and click adventure game that has been released in recent years is like, yeah, it and Phantasmagoria 2 are peak camp. Oh, what was the one that was Double Fine? The two worlds, shared worlds, paired worlds, twin worlds, something worlds. I can't remember, but it's something to that effect where it's a point and click adventure game for like that was like released recently, and that's like the only thing I could. Whoosh, that was so old. It's like the only thing I could think of that was released recently, and like otherwise the genre doesn't really get much attention. I feel like it's kind of been replaced by visual novels, which I suppose. Wait, now you're talking recently. It's, oh god, Other Worlds, something to that effect. Like the entire point of it is that you play two characters. Fran Brow is a point and click game. There's a clock tower like coming out. Oh shit, I might have to give that one a check then. Anyways, thank you, Leo, for helping normalize abuse, you fuck. But thanks to your confession to me, I can relish in the fact that God led me to keep silent for this very reason. His hatred is abhorrent, but at least makes him very easy to get information out of. I could probably get him to tell revealing secrets on anyone if I told him they were gay. Yeah, he's gay. Anyways, tell me everything. What was the other world one with this? Yeah, fantasy and sci-fi worlds, where like there's like the fucking like the spaghetti like the woman who's gonna be sacrificed to an ancient evil, and then the guy who's gonna be like who's like in a fantasy like a sci-fi-esque like child safe world who's like, you know, Alexander Hamilton. I remember so little, but I was just know it was peak spill tea because I heard they were gay. I've heard there was some controversy between you and Alexander Florence. Not controversy, it was a work of God. My religious duties conflicted with my job as a medical doctor for a brief period of time. Alexander took upon the will of the Lord and filled in for me. Apparently, actual therapists are not allowed to report a crime done in the past unless the patient shows he will be a danger to others or themselves in the present or future. So a lot of nuance. That's fascinating, actually. That's so fucking interesting. All right, time to tell my therapist that time to tell the therapist about all the candy that I steal constantly from babies specifically. And that the time I took 40 cakes, which is as many as 4 10s, and that's terrible. Your mom's a nurse. Do you not know about HIPAA? I know about HIPAA laws, but like with psychiatry and therapy are a little bit different. Like it's one of those things where it's like there is so much nuance. So you already have enough of a bakery. You're goddamn right. But no, it's like it is one of those things where it's like the small details do matter enough where like they're actually like, you know, the nuance could meaningfully like, you know, like I don't want to speak to be like Broken Age. Broken Age was the game I was thinking of. That was the game that was the recently released point and click adventure thing. And by recently I mean it was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Honestly, I haven't heard about Broken Age after it was like on YouTube for a bit. Yeah, it kind of like existed and then died horribly. God worked through him and he saved a patient's life just as I would have had I not been giving a religious counsel to one of our hospital's donors in a time of need. The only issue is that the enemy seeks to tarnish my good name because of Alexander's good deed. I wasn't afraid. Satan is already defeated and my victory belongs to the Lord. I'm sure even my untimely demise was part of God's plan. I just don't understand his will yet. Starky, don't hate me. Starky, Broken Age is over 10 years old at this point. Okay, but it's here, because I could believe the first one released a decade ago. When was the second one released? Because Broken Age got broken into 2 games. Like there's the first half that was like a decade ago, and then there's the second half that came out more recently, right? I'm not that old, right? I'm only 28. I've got a whole life in front of me. I got a whole life ahead of me. I'm not dead. I'm not going to die soon. What a fucking mental breakdown sets in. Right. You'd think he'd hold more contempt for Alexander, but it seems like he's more determined to believe this murder has some sort of meaning. With nothing else to lose, I wonder if anything could break him out of that. It's not worth wondering about. First half was 2014, second half was... Wait, that's fucking weird. I swear there was a bigger time gap. Talking about a cough up dust? Like, did I just like gaslight myself into being like, yeah, Broken Age, like the first half, and then like I just didn't engage with the second half until like 5 years later? Yeah, okay, I knew it was old. I'm sorry, talking about nanobots are losing cohesion. Switch version was 2018. Maybe that's what caused it? Where I'm like, yeah, like it got released on Switch and then like that's why it suddenly appeared on my YouTube feed again. Shaken faith. Have the events of tonight shaken your faith at all? I realize having to show you your head is traumatic. Don't misunderstand. I am still God's humble servant. I am still a part of his plan. It's just like Job. Though he slayed me, yet I will trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him. If I don't keep my faith, if I don't maintain my ways, I will lose his favor. I must trust that there is a reason I must die, while so many godless sinners yet breathe. You seem like a fun person to bring to parties. Well, no one deserves to die, really. Well, death does help get rid of annoying people. Yo, I heard you're talking about me. I can hear you up here. I guess how much older I am, Starky, but I still have track of time mostly. Even the demon knows your godless words are limp against divine truth. If God wills it, life can and should end. You do not have a right to breathe if God deems you unworthy of it. So I guess you were unworthy. God damn, Necronomicon! Fucking kill him again! The Lord is testing me, yet and still. Jesus fucking Christ! All right, let's go ahead and let's return the head to the dining room. I imagine that probably didn't prompt anything, but it makes me feel better. Hi, Alexander. Remember the Xbox 360 is almost considered a retro console depending on your metric it already is. Yeah, I'd believe that. That makes sense to me. And the same, like, to be fair, that's like this about the same time as the Wii. So the Wii is like closing on being God, the Wii is closing on being a retro console. Fuck out of here with that. That feels wrong. Anyways, what was your relationship with Leo Jackson? Him, oh, he was creepy. I thought he could help me with a problem I had, but he was just, I understand. I imagine he wouldn't be a very understanding person. He was understanding to the wrong people. Poor fucking Alexander. Oh God, that is fucking heartbreaking. I consider console to be retro console, but it's no longer in production. People used between 15 and 20 years ago. 360 will be 20 in late November, and the Wii will turn 20 next year. So yeah, they're both approaching. Anything new from you? Nope. All right. Let's go to the foyer. We go. Oh yeah, I don't care. It's about Meredith's husband. Leo told me that he takes advantage of the younger hired help. He also said that Alexander was aware of this as well, having once worked for them in that capacity. I knew it! I knew it! York has a cute mustache. He's probably evil, isn't he? Oh, absolutely. I have just one more request from you then. If you could recover my will from my corpse and hand it to Alexander. I plan to throw all my money behind anyone who could take her down and pull my name into the sun, but I guess I'll just have to settle for dragging her to hell with me. Is there any fun secrets? You've been so kind to me, so I'll tell you. You already know about many of Meredith's secrets, so I doubt that you would be of any... He's cute. I'm sorry to tell you this, Burr. He's a healthcare CEO. He's a healthcare CEO. Which means, you know, wait, hold up. You know. He's dead. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can you smooch a ghost? It's funny when Richard 404 aired when they learned their husband was doing infidelity. Richard knew. I have to imagine Richard knew. It's just, I think Richard was surprised we knew. You already know about many of Meredith's secrets, so I doubt that I would be of any use to you, but I do know secrets of this house. Voices carry, and so do mumblings. I believe you mentioned something about a Felix McCain. You're still looking for him, and he's nowhere in this house. I've all but assumed he just went off into the woods at this point. That's right. Well, there's one place he could hide, and that would be the attic. Its passage is hidden in the storage room. It's along the back wall, obscured by boxes. There's a brick that's supposed to be removed from the wall to let down the ladder to it. As a terrible joke I gotta make, he could get my booster shot. God. What are you inoculating him against? Not enough creamitis. Is there a reason the fox's inks aren't as dark? I think because he's dead. I think that's how they're representing him being a ghost. I've always wanted this house. I would try to get every last drop of information about its history and construction. I dreamed about the day I would wrest it from Meredith's clutches. Anyhow, pretty good information, yeah? Thank you, Hamilton. This was indeed good information. I see you came in late. Yeah, the phone is a demon. Quick setup. The phone is a demon that's letting us speak to the dead. If we don't solve this murder before sunrise, the demon escapes its infernal entrapment and kills everyone. Yes, and now we can enter a partnership together that'll last forever. Go directly shoot the gay into someone. I'm allowing that, although I do see why that particular phrase was stakes a little high. Welcome on, Zoe the Celestial Dragoness. Good to have you, sweet bean. No, but thank you, Hamilton. All right, I feel like this is a good place to stop it. Okay, I guess I can go to the attic now. If Felix is here, this investigation will probably reach its conclusion. I should make sure I don't need information from anyone else. Other instance, I get auto-modded. Let's go ahead and save here. Time for me anyhow? For sure. Here, let me go and move to the outro, get the outro playlist going, and let's see who's live so we can raid over. Let's see. That's the playlist, and yes, let's go ahead and close out this game, and let's see who's live. Let's see if I could also probably check in on Thunderfang members. Thanks for the stream. Papa's Chaos is a good cooldown. It's like, Cancer, thank you for the follow. Welcome, glad to check. Glad to have you, Sweeping. That's like, I kind of like, I don't necessarily like market my brand as being like a more, you know, because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want like, I want to kind of succeed in my own terms. And not just be like, oh, you know, I'm Pop Mod, therefore, you know, I kind of like inherit hold up. I know who we're rating. Because I will never fucking get the opportunity to rate him again. It reminded me of Desert Pagona. It's all good. But yeah, Desert Pagona. But you know, I like to think that like especially because I'm like trying something new. You know, I enjoy the act of you know, I enjoy like the higher energy streams that Pop Mike can do. Wait, is he alive? Okay, he is still alive. All right, we're ready over to Goldie. Here, use my emotes or whose emotes you happen to have. He's on Misha's, and then no, we're ready over to Goldie. Goldine is a Italian fire doggo whomst I quite enjoy hanging out in his streams. And unfortunately, he streams very early in the morning. But he's currently doing a subathon thing where he's going pretty late. So I will rate him now because I will probably never get the opportunity to do that ever again. It's one of the things, you know. But yeah, Goldie heckin' super sweet bean. An Italian Arcanine. He's very Italian, very Arcanine, very sweet, very handsome, would smooch. But yeah. Let's see. If you'd like to stay up to date with the stream, drop a follow here to get alerts when I go live. Also, I have a Blue Sky. If you'd like to pick up some, if you'd like to drop a follow there to see what, you know, what I'm up to when I'm going to be going live. I do not break. Oh my God, do not lie. I specifically do not break. I swear to God, y'all are going to get me in fucking trouble. But no, Blue Sky, art that I make, art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, all that good stuff. We actually have, I have a thing that will, unfortunately, a lot of the art that I make, I can't show off yet. But we'll be able to do in time. I have a Blue Sky though, as well. I posted food pics, so if you like food, if you like to see food pictures, I try to post those every Wednesday. I have a Discord if you like to pop in there, side of Sweet Beans, see the course content of Sweet Beans post. A YouTube if you like to catch on the VODs there, which I am in the process of getting all the VODs uploaded. And of course, we have a coffee sponsorship if you like to pick up some coffee from Dragon Roast and use discount code StarkyMorph for 20% off. It's really good coffee. I love you guys to bits. I will catch you tomorrow for art something.